And good morning, sports fans. The Bill Stranigan basketball tournament from Lander Valley High School is on the air. And this morning, the Lady Tigers and the Tigers will be taking on the Thunderbirds from Cheyenne East High School. And last night in the contest, Lander had a interesting game. Let's see, where we at? The boys lost to Sheridan 70-55. And the girls, the Lady Tigers, went down to defeat to a really tough Sheridan team, 51-48, and that game wasn't decided until the last few moments of the contest. Cheyenne East last night, they defeated Star Valley, the boys, 62-54, and the Lady T-Birds defeated Star Valley 59-32. So it's going to be another game, and of course the first games of the season are always, finding out what the strengths and weaknesses of your teams. And what did you see yesterday, Josh, from both of these Tiger teams?
Well, you could definitely tell it was the first game of the year, first time being in real game action. Of course, you're going to have practices and scrimmages and stuff with your teammates, but it's a completely different ball game when you get somebody you're not used to playing, especially somebody you don't play very often with Sheridan being a team that is in 4A, when normally the only time you see them is in tournaments like this, beginning of the year, invitationals. Overall, I think the girls had a good game. They fought hard. They were into it. There's a couple of calls at the end that didn't go their way, especially when there's a little bit of a delay of game and an extra 7 seconds that went off on the running clock, when there should have been at least a 5-second call. Talked to previous coach Mike Reagan, and he was saying that, as soon as that ball drops through the net, you start that 5-second call even with the running clock. So, it's the first game for everybody. I know there's some of the reffing crews that have done some JV games, stuff like that, but everybody's got to have growing pains and get used to the flow of things. But overall, except for that first quarter for the Tiger boys last night, that with the rest of the game, the scoring differential was 3 points. That's one basket. But unfortunately, in that first quarter, they got outscored. What was it, like 22-7, something like that? And they just could not get a rebound and save their life. Sheridan was just crashing the boards on defensive and offensive side of the ball. Had second, third, and fourth chance points. So overall, it's definitely a good start. Of course, you always want to start the season with a W, but as we mentioned last night, these are pretty much like preseason games. College does the same thing. NBA does the same thing. Just get you warmed up, get juices flowing, get you ready for the season when things kick off after the Christmas break.
Josh Henninger and myself, Ernie Over, are on the call today of Lander versus Cheyenne East. And the coach of Cheyenne East, Eric Wessling, is originally from Casper. He played and coached at Natrona County High School for a while, and he says he really likes it up here in Lander. And of course, when you live down in Cheyenne, as I did for a number of years, you have to have lead shoes to keep from being blown over, because the wind, it does blow down in the capital city. Well, this is the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Bailey Tire and Auto Service. Go with Bailey. And we'll be back with a look at each of these teams after we take this break.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's!
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Well, last night in the game against Sheridan, Demi Stauffenberg led all scorers for Lander with 14 points. Ryan Bell came in with 5. Talene Tendor fouled out of the game late in the contest with about 4 minutes to go. She had 5. Whitney Hansen had 5. Megan Winfield had 6. And Kiera Friday had 5. And for Cheyenne East, they come into this contest with a pretty tall team. They've got a 6-foot senior, a 6'4" senior, a 6-foot junior, and then the other players come in. Their guards at 5'6" and at 5'5". So there will be a little height advantage here for Cheyenne East in this game. Taking a look at the Stranigan tournament scores from last night, and this is the Bill Stranigan Classic Tournament here being held in Lander and in Riverton. In the boys' games yesterday, it was Shoshone over the Sheridan Sophomores, 66-35. Cheyenne Central lost to Riverton, 56-46. Great win for the Wolverines last night. Sheridan beat Lander Valley 70-55, and as you said in that contest, the Tigers got down early and they played even the rest of the way, but they couldn't make up that early deficit. And Cheyenne East defeated Star Valley 62-54. On the girls' scene, it was Sheridan over Shoshone 58-23. Cheyenne Central defeated Riverton in a close game, 55-48. It was Sheridan over Lander in a real tight game, not decided till the last few moments, 51-48. And Cheyenne East beat Star Valley 59-32. We want to remind you that we've got other basketball going on today, too. Cody Beers and Jason Peterson will be on the air today from Wright, Wyoming, where the Wyoming Indian Chiefs are playing. They have their first game at noon. St. Stephen's Eagles then plays at 3, and the Chiefs again at 6 p.m. And we'll have those games on KWYW 99.1. And then tomorrow they move down to Glen Rock, and we'll do the Lady Chiefs and the Lady Eagles games. So, and then tonight in Riverton, boy, that's going to be a great game tonight in Riverton as well, as the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines meet Sheridan. And that's a lot of basketball here on YO Today Media. And if you're watching on KFCW Facebook and YO Today YouTube, you can also watch the action. And we'll be right back with more of the Bailey Enterprises pregame show and our Sutherland Home Improvement Center starting lineups after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go folks, buckle up!
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man.
Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight, put your device down, it can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by WYDOT.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Ernie Over and Josh Henninger back with you on the campus of Lander Valley High School at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, where we're about 5 minutes away from the start of this morning's first game between the Lander Lady Tigers and the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds. Last year, Lander Valley High School under Coach Cyril Stauffenberg went 17-6. This is his fourth year at Lander Valley High School as the head girls basketball coach, and his sixth year overall here at LVHS. As we saw last night, the Lady Tigers are a good passing team, but they were a little on the soft side last night. I'm sure they'll be a little more crisp today after that loss to Sheridan. They like to press and get turnovers and then score on the transition game, and they do like to do the pick and roll. And they exhibited a little bit of that last night. Otherwise, when they get a three, they will shoot it up and try to score that way. The Bailey Enterprises and Bailey Tire and Oil pregame show will feature next our Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups. And with that, here's Josh Henninger.
All right, for our starting lineups today, we'll start with the visiting Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. At the guards, we have 5'6" sophomore Brady Schlabs, as well as the 5'5" junior Bowden Lilly Dahl. At the wings, we'll have 6' senior Jordan Jones and the 6' senior Kiera Walsh. Down in the post, or as the wing, 6'4" senior Darcy Jardine, who's definitely the tallest player on the court for this matchup. For the home Lady Tigers, at the guard, we have sophomore Tilleen Tendor, who was the absolute defensive force for the Lady Tigers last night. Also at the guard, we have senior Ryan Bell, number 11. And at the wings, we have junior Megan Winfield, number 23, and senior Demi Stauffenberg, number 10. And the last one as another guard. So Tigers going with 2 wings, 3 guards. Have senior Whitney Hansen, who is number 15. And you mentioned it earlier, Ernie, the offensive powerhouse for the Lady Tigers was Demi Stauffenberg, as she was able to hit a couple outside shots as well as drive to the inside. And on defense, Tilleen Tendor, she had a lot of turnovers with her passes, but every one of her turnovers she made up for by getting a steal and creating a turnover herself.
That's right, and Stauffenberg only played 2 quarters last night. She got in foul trouble right away in the first half and sat most of the second and third quarters before coming in that fourth quarter of play. You're listening to the Bailey Tire and Auto Service Go with Bailey pregame show, and you just heard the Sutherland's Home Improvement Center in Riverton starting lineups. And we'll be back with the start of this morning's, yes, that's right, this morning's game after we listen to this.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
And here's our uniform report for today's game. The Lander Valley Lady Tigers will be the home team on the scoreboard and in the bracket. They'll be wearing their white uniforms with green letters and numbers trimmed in black. And the Cheyenne Thunderbirds will be wearing their Columbia blue uniforms with white letters trimmed in black. And they're going to be announcing the Cheyenne starting lineup right now that we gave you earlier, that Josh gave you earlier. And, I'm thinking the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, Josh, might want to try to get out to an early start against this Class 4A team.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and do that, but it looks like we're going to do the national anthem, so we'll be back in just a second for the start of the game.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
And here we just had the national anthem sung by a Lander Valley High School student. That was quite nice. And the American Legion post number 33. If you have not been to a Lander Tiger game at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, they lower a gigantic flag from the roof of the arena, and the American Legion post 33 sponsors that. And that's quite an impressive sight, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I like it. Definitely better than options they have in the past. I mean, you still have the flags that are on the second level banister they used to have before, but it's nice having that larger flag drop down from the ceiling. Looks pretty good.
And last night during the Sheridan game, during a break, I had an opportunity, and I counted all those state championship banners on the west wall here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. There are 144 banners hanging, and one of the banners, the Wyoming State Marching Band Superior Rating, has 5 dates under it. So there's more championships up there, but this is really impressive when a visiting team comes to Lander and sees all the state championships that have been here. Lander, of course, has had 4 state championships, and the last one game just a couple of years ago. They were in the running for the state championship last year, but COVID kind of ended the season. They just got to Casper and found out the tournament had been canceled. They had to turn around and come back to Lander. So now we've got a tall lady, Darcy Jardine. She's 6'4". She towers above everyone else out there. And guess who gets the tip? It's Jardine. Jardine and the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds are turning the ball over on a travel on their first trip down the floor. They're moving from right to left on the floor here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander, which today is a sea of green. Of course, the Lander Tiger colors, green, white, and black. Here comes Sendor down the court on the right wing. She stops on top of the arc, hands it off over to Winfield. Winfield, far side to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg tries to move in, finds an open open player, Bell, but she was quickly covered by the Cheyenne defense, and they are going with a zone defense here to start the game. Shot is up, off, not good. Rebound by Hansen on top of the key. There's a shot by Winfield. It's up, off, not good. And the rebound is going to go to Cheyenne East. Coming away with the ball was Schlab. Schlab down under the high post. There's a shot up and off by the tall girl, Jardine. Lander gets the rebound and comes back down the court. The playmaker, Tendor, has it on top of the arc, and she launches a tray ball that's good.
Banks it off glass and in. Banks open early today for Lady Tigers. Both of those offensive possessions, they have good, clean looks. I like the way the offense looks so far in this contest.
Cheyenne East moves it into the forecourt on the right wing. Now across the key it goes to Lilly Dahl. Lilly Dahl, not a nice ponytail there. All the girls on Cheyenne East who have a ponytail have black ties on the back of their ponytail. Underneath to Jardine, turnaround jumper is good for 2. Yeah, she just got muscled her way in the middle of that lane and scored an easy 2 points. Tigers have it now. There's Stauffenberg in the corner, goes to Bell. Shots blocked out of bounds. Nice defense that time by Kiera Walsh.
That was a good recovery by Walsh. She was able to come out of the zone, cover her man on the outside, and was able to get the closeout and a good block.
Tendor again with it on the left wing, drives to the baseline, can't penetrate there, so the pass goes out on top. With it is Winfield. She tries a shot, in and out, not good. Rebound goes to the T-Birds. Quickly on the fast break down the court comes Cheyenne East. Schlab with it. In the corner now, there's a shot by Lilly Dahl that goes in. Lilly Dahl gets it, and we have a timeout called right away. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Cheyenne East 5, Lander 3, back after this.
And Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Okay, with that three-point shot by Lilly Dahl, it's now 5-3. The Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, the Lady T-Birds, are on top. Lander has it in the backcourt, facing a full-court press, and there's a trap, and we have a held ball. as the Tigers will retain possession. But Tendor that time, Josh, got caught in the corner in a trap. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah, something the Lady Tigers had troubles with the Lady Bronx last night is getting stuck in that trap in the full court press. See if they can't do some extra passes to get through it.
Stauffenberg up for 3, not good. She gets her own rebound, fires it in the corner to Hansen. Hansen loses the ball, turnover by the Tigers. Down court, fast break. Lilly Dahl is fouled on her way to the basket.
And basket count, she'll go to the line for the and one.
So Lilly Dahl now has 5 points in the game, going for her first free throw. And the score goes 7-3 on our KFCW scoreboard. Lilly Dahl's next shot is good on the free throw. So the Tigers got caught napping that time, and here comes another trap in the corner, but fortunately getting away from it is Bell. She fires it down court into the Lander section of the floor. Now it goes back over to Bell. Bell on top of the arc, stops, fires it over to Hansen. Hansen underneath, and we have players on the floor. Shots up, not good. Rebounded, fast break, outlet. Lilly Dahl lays it up, and 2 for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. Tigers got to get a little bit better with their shot selection. Down court, here's, I just said they need to get better with their shot selection, and Stauffenberg gets one from the lane.
That's exactly what they did. Good pass inside to Stauffenberg, puts it up and in. And Cheyenne East, they just run. They get fast breaks all the time. They go up and get another quick score, as now it looks like Tendor was fouled as she got into the forecourt.
10-5 now, Cheyenne East with the lead. That was Darcy Jardine, the big 6'4" senior, who scored the bucket on the fast break. Tigers have it out on the right wing. Tendor has it now. She moves to her right, loses the basketball. Unforced turnover there. Down court, Lilly Dahl lays it up. No, not good. And she draws the foul, and that will go against Ryan Bell.
One of the shortest players on the floor for the Lady Thunderbirds, and she loves to drive to the hoop. She doesn't care that she's a little bit smaller than some of these Tiger defenders. She'll drive it right into the paint and put it up and in, and she's done it a couple times. Draws the foul on that one and is in to the line for 2, makes the first.
Yeah, Lilly Dahl now, let's see, 3, 5, 7, 9. She can go into double figures. She's scored all but 4 points of the Lady T-Birds. Shot's good. So she got both of them, and now it goes 12-5 on our KFCW scoreboard. There's the trap again, and the Tigers escape it. Long pass downfield, 2-on-1 break. Shot up for 3 is good by Winfield. Megan Winfield got open on that and fired it up and scored, and it's a 4-point game, 12-8. Lilly Dahl drives the lane, lost control of the ball, turnover, unforced. Now here come the Lady Tigers. A bad bounce pass in the forecourt. Cheyenne East intercepts it. Going down the court is Kaufman, and the ball is on the floor. We have a held ball, and it will go to Cheyenne East. 3:53 remaining, first half of play, first period of play, and it's 12-8. Cheyenne East with the ball into their own basket and an opportunity to score 2 more. Underneath the basket, Jones puts it up and in.
That is a really good drive there by the Cheyenne East player. She saw that Jones was there open on the baseline, went over the top, gave her the pass. Nice, easy bucket for 2.
Stauffenberg brings it down, and entering the game here in the last time out was Kiera Friday. Stauffenberg's got it on the right wing now. She tries to drive the baseline. She's blocked out there, and she's trapped, and we've got a whistle and another held ball. Well, we just talked about that a few minutes ago. The Tigers get trapped in the corner, and fortunately, it's Lander's ball now.
Yeah, luckily they were able to force the jump ball. Didn't turn it over, and luckily the possession arrow was in their favor, so they'll get to reset and start over.
Megan Winfield on top of the arc now, midway between the top of the arc and the end line, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Cheyenne East's Jordan Jones. And coming back into the game is Friday, and coming out of the game, Ryan Bell for the Tigers. And we have some changes also on Cheyenne East as Jordan Jones comes out of the game. And it looks like Grayson Goff is into the contest. Here's the inbounds play. It goes to Hanson. Hanson on the right wing tries to penetrate. She can't do that. Bounces over on the far side now to Kiara Friday. Friday off to Tendor. Open lane to the basket in. 2 points for Taylene Tendor.
Tendor got a great screen up top by Friday. She took advantage of it, rolled to the left, found the open lane on the backside, put it in for an easy layup.
And we've got Stauffenberg over the back on Jenkins under the basket, so that will not be a shooting foul. But for Demi Stauffenberg, that is her first personal foul. And if you remember, Josh, she got in foul trouble in the first quarter last game.
Yeah, I think she ended up sitting out about half of the second period and was not in till about halfway through the third.
Shot goes up, not good. Rebounded by Cassett by the T-Birds. She gets her own rebound, launches a tray that's going to be short. Pulling away with the board is Winfield. Winfield easily down the court, avoiding the press by Cheyenne East. Stauffenberg has it on the left wing. Underneath the basket to Hanson. Layup is not good. She tried a little hook shot from the lane, but she drew the foul. Personal foul on Cassette.
That was good vision and a great pass inside to Hanson. She was sitting on the backdoor side of the baseline. There was a good closeout by the T-Birds defender, but Hanson went in, got the foul, and now she gets to go to the line for two.
And the first one is up, and it is good. And it's a 3-point game now, 14-11, 2:20 to go, first period. Here in Lander at the Bill Stranigan tournament. Second shot's good. And it's a 2-point game, 14-12. And bringing the ball down is the little 5'5" junior, Bowden Lilly Dahl. And she's on the right wing now. She moves to her right, changes direction, passes the ball over to Schlab. Schlab into Lilly Dahl. Her little soft floater is good. Boy, she is scoring at will, Josh. She gets the wide open shot and takes it. Down court, underneath the basket. Kiara Friday is fouled as she tries to hit one from the paint.
Good call there by the ref. Friday was hit on the elbow there by Maddie Kaufman of the Lady T-Birds, and I'm pretty sure that Lilly Dahl for Lady T-Birds has just as many points herself here in the first quarter as the Tigers do as a team.
Well, let me count them up. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12 points.
Yep.
12 out of the 16 points go to Lilly Dahl.
She's having an amazing first quarter for sure.
Kiara Friday's first shot is up and good. She bounces the ball twice. Fires it, hits it. So she gets both of the free throws, and it's now a 2-point game, 16-14, a minute 52 to go. First period of play. Here is the player Schlab, and there's a three from the corner as she dishes it off to Jordan Jones. So we're back up to a 5-point lead. Down court, Tendor. Tendor hands it off to Winfield. Winfield on top of the key now, gives it off to Tendor. Oh, she tries a bounce pass through the lane. And I've talked about this before. That's one of my least favorite plays is a bounce pass through the lane. Here's a shot up and good. Boy, another three by Jordan Jones. And quickly, it's an 8-point game. The Tigers just had it down to 2 about a minute ago, and now a couple of threes, and it's 22-14. With the ball, Winfield gives it off to Tendor. She has a bad pass that's intercepted. That now is the 6th turnover by the Tigers. Down court, shots up, off, no good, and it'll go off the Tigers' hands and out of bounds.
I like the way that Tendor's, her thinking is good. She's trying to get one of her teammates inside lane. Only problem is she's waiting a little bit too late. The player makes the cut, and then they start to retreat back, and then she throws the pass.
Jones inbounds the ball to Schlab. Schlab with under a minute to go now in the first period of play, 22-14. The East Thunderbirds have opened up a nice 8-point lead here. Tigers had cut it to 2 just a couple of minutes ago. There's another one by Jones from outside, 19 feet, not good. Rebound pulled down by Megan Winfield of the Tigers. She had a good rebound that time. Down court it goes to Bell. Bell drives the baseline, turns around, hands it off to Hanson. Hanson almost blocked out, back to Bell. On top of the key, Winfield for 3. It's in and out, not good. It wobbled around and almost fell in. 12 seconds to go. Cheyenne East will have the last shot here, perhaps, and they throw it away. And it's, it's going to be Cheyenne East ball.
Yeah, it looks like it was tipped out of bounds with a Tiger defender.
Yeah, it sure was. And coming out of the contest now is Darcy Jardine, the 6'4 senior. She'll get a little rest before the second period. There's the inbounds pass to her replacement, Kiera Walsh. Shot from the corner is up off, not good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, and the Tigers will have it with 1.7 seconds to go. Let's see if they can get a shot off here. It's into Stauffenberg. She bounces it, throws the ball down court, and it misses the backboard. That's the end of the first period of play. Lander Tigers, the Lady Tigers have 14, and the Cheyenne East T-Birds have 22.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
6 turnovers for the Lady Tigers have resulted in a little 8-point splurge here by Cheyenne East to close out the first period of play, and it's now 22-14, and the T-Birds will have the ball on the far side outside. Jordan Jones inbounds it to Lilly Dahl. Lilly Dahl brings it down on the center, now in the corner on the far side. Underneath to Jones. There's a shot underneath the basket, and we have a double dribble, a turnover number 3. Jones is pretty tall out there, and let's see, 33 it's Kiera Walsh. She's a 6-foot senior. Tigers avoid the trap in the backcourt. There's a long pass down court, goes to Hansen. To Stauffenberg. She thought about the 3, didn't take it. Underneath to Hansen in the lane. She almost lost control of the ball, and she did. Well, the Tigers having little ball control issues here again this morning.
Yeah, the Tigers are doing pretty good kicking it out to the perimeter, but as soon as they try to drive inside, Cheyenne East defenders kind of attack the zone like a power play unit for a hockey team where they just condense down into the middle. As Cheyenne East makes the long-distance three-pointer.
Yeah, there's another 3, and there's another miscue by the Tigers. And fortunately for Lander, we have a foul called on 33. That is Walsh, her first personal foul. But Grayson Goff just came into the game, and she fired up that 3. And it's 25-14, quickly an 11-point lead here by the Cheyenne East T-Birds. Down court, Tendor. She drives it all the way to the baseline on the right side. Hands it off to Hansen. To Bell, on top of the key to Hansen. Now over. There's a long shot up off, not good by Megan Winfield. That didn't even draw iron. Quickly down court is Jordan Jones on the fast break. In the corner to Goff. 2 3-pointers in a row by Grayson Goff. And Cyril Stauffenberg says that's enough for right now. We have got a timeout called on the floor.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Well, 2 big 3s from the corner by Grayson Goff have lifted Cheyenne East to a 14-point lead, now 28-14. on our KFCW scoreboard here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander. It's the Bill Stranigan tournament being played both in Riverton and in Lander. And Lander has the early games today over here in Tigertown. There's the inbounds pass to Tendor. She outlets it to the near side to Bell. Bell fires it all the way down the court, too long and out of bounds. Well, that was the right idea, just a little bit too much energy on the throw.
That defensive pressure from the Lady T-Birds is definitely getting to the Tigers. A full court press and then just condensing on them inside the lane. Tigers cannot find any sort of rhythm on the offensive side of the ball.
Here comes Schlab. She gives it on top of the key to a new player in the game, Izzy DeLong. DeLong fires one off the glass, not good. Rebounded underneath the basket by Walsh. Walsh is tied up on the play, no call there. And the handoff goes to Schlab. She puts up a shot and it's good. Well, the Tigers have been outscored 8-0 here as we start the second period of play. Here's Tendor, a nice drive, and a blocking foul is going to be called underneath on Grayson Goff. Nice drive by Tendor.
You know, it's one of the things that I've seen from her so far in the past couple contests. She is the only sophomore starting on the varsity team, but you can see why. She definitely is one of those that when she feels like they need a jump, she kind of takes control and sort of goes in that leadership role. You'd think one of the seniors would do it. Sometimes it's not exactly that way. Sometimes a person knows when their skills are good and they decide to just kick it into that next gear, as she makes 1 out of 2 on the free throws.
Well, we know now there's not a lid on the basket for the Tigers as one of those free throws was in. There's a long shot from the corner by DeLong. No, not good. Rebounded by Kiera Friday for the Tigers, and here comes the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. Hansen has it now. Across the key. And over on the far side to Tendor. She launches a 3-bomb off the glass. No, not good. Rebound goes to Slabs for the Lady Birds. Down court, she has Jenkins all alone. Shots up, not good. And the Tigers rebound and a travel as they both collided into each other down there, and the ball ended up on the floor with 2 players on top. It was Tendor and Hansen. Good effort, though, to try to get that rebound.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Unfortunately, just 2 teammates ended up in the same spot, trying to get the same piece of real estate. Ended up tripping each other over. But it looks like Tigers are able to clear the defensive board, see if they can set up another scoring play.
Yeah, Cheyenne tried to set that easy inbounds play in the middle of the lane, but the shot was short off the front of the iron. Far side outside, we have Megan Winfield. Winfield gives it off to Kiera Friday. Now underneath the basket, Darian Bell in the middle of the lane. Shots up off, not good. Tigers missed that opportunity. The layup was just a little bit too strong by Friday. Cheyenne East with the rebound. There's another 3-ball from the side. It's up off, not good. Rebound is good. Well, there's the height advantage again as Jardine gets that 2-point basket, and it's 32-15 on our KFCW scoreboard. There's a shot from the corner. Up off, not good by Bell. Rebound comes away to Schlab for Cheyenne East. Down court, in the corner, almost a turnover. DeLong has it. Now on the near side. Boy, they're not protecting those long shots, but fortunately that one is off, and the rebound goes to Ryan Bell. Bell on the near side to Hansen. Hansen on top of the key. Moves to the left side now. Around the horn it goes. With it now is Winfield. Winfield stops, fires it over to the right wing. In the corner it goes to Darian Bell. She brings it out halfway between the 2 lines, now to Ryan Bell. On top of the key, Friday to Winfield, to Hansen. Now Winfield has it again. Friday has it. Now here's an open shot for 3 that they didn't take. Shot is up and rolls off, not good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by the Lady Tigers. Great offensive board there for the Tigers. They need a basket here to stop the bleeding. Here's Friday. Friday bounces it on the near side to Darian Bell. Underneath, the ball's knocked away, and we have a foul underneath the basket. And let's see. It's going to be on Izzy DeLong, so that will be the 6th foul on Cheyenne East. And we've got a couple of subs coming in as Talene Tendor comes back into the game. Demi Stauffenberg comes back into the game. And here's the Tigers inbounds play to Bell. Across it goes. There's a long three-pointer that hits the front of the iron. Not good. Cheyenne clears the boards, and the fast break is on across the timeline. Down court, it's Schlaub. Schlaub in the corner. Back on the near side now to Kaufman. Kaufman in the corner on the far side to Lilly. Lilly Dahl gets another three. That's her second of the game.
Cheyenne East is doing a really good job of breaking the 2-3 zone set up defensively by the Tigers. Unfortunately, there's not enough people on the perimeter, and Cheyenne East has a good pack of shooters.
Well, that was a nice move that time by Ryan Bell as she was trapped on the end line and bounced it off a Cheyenne East player. So it's Lander's ball. Hansen has it now, left side outside on top of the key to Bell. Bell dribbles to the left, lost the handle on it. Cheyenne East has it one-on-one. Shot is up. Oh, and a big foul. Ryan Bell stopped the basket, Josh, but she drew the foul.
Yeah, it looked like a frustration foul on that one. Is she's trying to catch back up after she had the dribble go off her foot and had the turnover. But you know, it's one of those where either you let her go up for the basket and get the easy two or force her to go to the line.
And she missed the first free throw. We're talking about Madison Kaufman, a sophomore for the T-Birds. 2:40 to go, first half of play. Second shot is good. So she gets one of two, and it goes 36-15, 19-point lead here by the T-Birds. We have the Class 3A Lander Valley against the Class 4A Cheyenne East T-Birds. Here's Tendor on top of the key. It goes to Winfield. Winfield on the near side to Ryan Bell. Back on the far side, Hansen has it, drives the baseline, turns around. She's blocked out, so the pass goes over to Stauffenberg in the corner. Stauffenberg's seeing a little bit of a trap. Now we have a ball knocked out of bounds by Cheyenne East, and Lander will control.
Only problem that the Lady Tigers are having right now is when they have a teammate get stuck in the trap, they're not doing a whole lot of movement to try and get over there and get into an open spot where that teammate that's trapped can see them and pass them the ball.
Stauffenberg gets the inbounds pass on top of the key now. It goes to Winfield. Winfield changes direction, goes to the left, now throws it away, and it's intercepted by Cheyenne East, and bringing the ball down is Oswald. Ooh, we almost had an over the back there by the Tigers. Oswald returns, recovers. Schlabb picks up the ball in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline now to Lilly Dahl. Lilly Dahl outside, drives into the free throw line, kicks it back outside, shots up, off, and not good, and the tip is going to go to Cheyenne East. Quickly down there was Oswald. She fires the ball up on top to the player who draws a foul, and that was Schlabb. And we have a personal foul called on Whitney Hansen. And Cheyenne East, Josh, is showing a lot of great ball movement, looking to get someone open, especially in three-point land.
Yeah, the Tigers switched to that 2-3 zone in the second quarter. At first, they were doing a pretty good job in the first quarter, keeping the shooters from being open, but as they switch, trying to prevent the two tall people down in the post for Cheyenne East, they're leaving those shooters open, and you've got Jordan Jones and you've got Kaufman and Goff, who've all been really good three-point shooters for the Lady T-Birds.
Winfield from the corner misses a three ball, rebounded by Cheyenne East Schlabb. She brings it down all the way, stops just outside the arc, off to Lilly Dahl. Lilly Dahl calls a play. She moves to her left, underneath, draws the foul, and I think that's going to be Bell, isn't it? Yeah, it's Ryan Bell picks up her second personal foul, and it goes 37-15. And coming into the game again is Tendor, and Bell comes out. Not a shooting foul, so Cheyenne East has it underneath their own basket. Into Jenkins, turnaround, hook shot is nothing but net. Well, I'll tell you, Jardine, she's using that 6'4" height to her advantage. Gets another two for the T-Birds. Here's Tendor, over to Friday. Friday to Winfield. Winfield on the left wing outside, midway between the two lines. drives toward the corner, fires it back out to Tendor. Tendor lost the basketball but picks it back up, and she's trapped there. There's a bounce pass in the corner to Hansen, and we have a traveling call on Lander.
Hansen was stuck in between there trying to drive or pass it off, and she just got stuck in between with the indecisiveness causes the travel.
22 seconds left, and there's a violation by Lander kicking the ball out of bounds. So the T-Birds will retain possession. 20 seconds to go here, 39-15. Cheyenne East with the big lead. Here's Lilly Dahl on top of the key. Now she hands it off to Jones. Jones fakes a drive in, turns, reverses direction, puts the shot up, not good. Jones gets the rebound, back out to Lilly Dahl. Lilly Dahl behind her back, gives it over to Schlab. She puts up a shot, not good. That's going to be the end of the first half of play. And the Lander Tigers, Josh, scored 1 point in the second period of play. And we had 17 poured in by the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds. And the Tigers are going to have to regroup here at halftime.
Yeah, they definitely need to do something. They both made some adjustments on defense, and unfortunately for the Tigers, the adjustments that Cheyenne East did was a lot better than the adjustments that the Lady Tigers did. As you said, they only scored 1 point. They had 14 in the first quarter, and the 1 point they scored was a free throw. Other than that, there was not a whole lot that they did in that second quarter.
We'll be back with the KFCW halftime show after we listen to a few messages from our wonderful sponsors.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
I think the world needs more cows.
Well, we're in the KFCW halftime show. The score is Cheyenne East 39 and Lander Valley 15. Taking a look at the Lander Valley stats, they're basically unchanged from the first quarter, as Tendor had the only point for the Tigers. 1 point in the quarter, and that is an alarm bell going off, as they were unable to score against Cheyenne. So Tendor at halftime is the leading Lander scorer with 6 points in the game. We have Demi Stauffenberg with only 2, Whitney Hansen with 2, Megan Winfield with 3, and Kiara Friday with 2. Now on the other side of the ledger, leading scorer is Bowden Lilly Dahl, has 15 points in the game. She has 2 trays, 3 buckets, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. From there, it goes down to Darcy Jardine, the big 6'4" senior, ruling the paint under the basket. She has 8 points, all on the field goals. Then we have 6 points by Grayson Goff. Goff came into the game when it was relatively tight and nailed 2 threes in a row, and that started the Cheyenne East run. Brady Schlab has 3 points in the game, and Jordan Jones has 8 points, and Madison Kaufman has 1 point. Well, Josh, what do you think Coach Stauffenberg is relaying to his team here at halftime?
Well, the biggest thing is they got to do something on defense. Overall, they're doing okay, preventing Jardine from getting some open looks, as she does have quite a bit of a height advantage for the Lady T-Birds, as well as Walsh. She was able to get in there as well. But the big thing was their shooters were open on the outside, especially in the second quarter, which is why you see the scoring differential be 17-1 in favor of the Lady T-Birds. And on the offensive side, Tigers need to do something to be able to just get past that absolute boa of a defense that the Cheyenne East Lady T-Birds have. They did a good job of going from outside in, like I mentioned earlier, kind of like a penalty kill defense for a professional hockey team. They start on the outside, and as the puck moves inside, they come in with the ball, and come in to defend it. Exactly what Cheyenne East did. As soon as the ball was advanced into the paint, they came in, circled in, and just absolutely cut off any sort of advancement by the Tigers.
And, when the Tigers were in a zone defense, the way you beat the zone is with outside shooting, and that's exactly what happened. We're about 3 minutes away now from the start of the third and final period, and we'll be back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in the Bill Stranigan Basketball Classic here in Lander after we listen to this.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man.
Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight. Put your device down. It can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by WYDOT.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Well, we're getting ready for the second half of this basketball game. The first one today in Lander at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Lander Valley High School. Halftime score is Cheyenne East 39 and Lander Valley 15. And we'll see what adjustments the Lady Tigers have made as they come out here for the second half of play. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors who make this ball game possible on YO Today YouTube and KFCW Facebook, and of course here on KFCW 93.1, the home of Lander Tiger basketball. Okay, we're ready to go, and we've got Hansen, Tendor, Bell, and Winfield, and Stauffenberg out there for the Lady Tigers. Lander gets the ball to start the second half of play, and it'll be Tendor bringing it into the forecourt. She moves to her left side, drives, and loses the ball out of bounds. Well, she just had too much momentum that time, Josh.
Yeah, it's something we haven't really seen from Tendor. She's been pretty much the most consistent ball handler for Lady Tigers so far. Probably just got caught looking where she wanted to go instead of where the ball was at.
Here's Lilly Dahl all the way down to Jenkins for 2 and 1. No offensive foul is going to be called. And we have the personal foul is going to be called on Lilly Dahl. That'll be her first. Something happened underneath there.
Yeah, they called the charge on that one. I didn't really see, but
yeah,
we'll take it.
No basket on the play, so here comes Tendor. Tendor on top of the arc now, looks to her right, off to Hansen. Hansen dribbles it around, moves to her left now. She drives in the left wing in the corner and throws it away. Well, the pass was intended for Winfield, and the pass just went away and out of bounds. So the Tigers, unfortunately, Josh, starting where they left off in the second period.
Yeah, 2 incomplete possessions, 2 turnovers, not the way you want to start. As they forced the steal there by Stauffenberg.
Hansen for 3, gets the nail in the coffin, and it's a great shot for Hansen, and Whitney puts it in, and it's 18-39 now. First tray of the game for Hansen. Down court, Jordan Jones brings it over to Lilly Dahl, and she answers with another 3.
That is not a person you want to leave wide open, whether it's under the basket or out on the wing. Lilly Dahl, the leading scorer for Lady T-Birds, continues where she left off in the first half.
Here's Demi Stauffenberg, and she answers with a 3. Tell you what, that's the first 3 by Demi, and it's nice to see her hit the range here as she has not scored much so far in the game. We need some scoring from Demi to kind of get back in this game. And we have a timeout called by Cheyenne East as underneath the timeline, Brady Schwab got trapped, and it's going to be a 30.
Yeah, Hansen did a good job on that full court pressure. She stayed in front of the Cheyenne East player without fouling her, was able to shift her feet back and forth, keep her going, and pretty much essentially put her in a trap, even though she didn't have any sort of weak side help. And that forced the coach for the Lady T-Birds to call a timeout as they're just about to hit that 10-second mark in the backcourt.
6:17 to go, period 3, 42-21, 21-point lead by the T-Birds from Cheyenne. Well, we see a lot of Columbia blue around this part of the county. You know, that's Wyoming Indians colors, Columbia blue and red. And here we have the T-Birds with Columbia blue and black. And the T-Birds have the ball down court. Schlab brings it into the forecourt, drives the basket, stops 10 feet away, hands it off now to Walsh. Walsh drives the lane. Her shot hits under the basket. Rebounded by the Tigers. Nice rebound by Megan Winfield. Over to Bell, in the middle to Winfield, who's open off the glass. Oh, just a little bit too short. That was a really good move that time by Bell to Winfield, and we almost got the basket. Here we go now. Lilly Dahl to Jones. Jones fires a three from on top of the arc. No, not good. Whistle, and we're going to have a foul against Cheyenne East, and it's going to go against Walsh. So the Tigers get the ball back. 5:40 to go here in the third period of play. Only the second foul on Walsh, second team foul on Cheyenne East for the third period of play. Tendor brings it around, now over to Stauffenberg. She crosses the arc on the far side, dribbling a little bit over to Tendor. Now back over to Stauffenberg for three. Demi, 2 threes in a row. And we have a whistle. Did we have a timeout called? Oh, the basket is, the net, rather, was tangled up. Well, see, that's how strong a shot that was. It tangled up the net after the ball went through it.
You know, it's a good quality swish when the net goes up into itself and gets tangled.
Tigers are going back to a man-for-man defense now. Underneath, Walsh has it. She tries to get it away. Oh, Lilly Dahl is open again, and her shot rumbles around, rattles around, falls out. Tigers down court, 2-on-1 break. Underneath, there's a shot up by Tender. Oh, it's short. Rebounded by Winfield. Winfield on top of the key to Hansen. Hansen drives the lane, loses the ball out of bounds. Well, she almost had an uncontested layup there, but I don't know if it hit her knee or foot or something, but it squirted out of bounds. 15th turnover by Lander.
Yeah, it looked like the Cheyenne East defender was able to come over and kind of close her out and gave her just enough of a bump that it caused her to lose her possession of the ball.
Here we go now. Kaufman just into the game in the corner. There's a long shot up. Rebound is up off, not good. Fight for the rebound. Stauffenberg gets it for the Lander Tigers. Stauffenberg down court in the corner. Hansen drives the baseline on the far side now to Winfield. Winfield in the corner to Bell. Bell tries to move it in, and a whistle, and we've got a foul going to be called on Izzy DeLong, her second.
I thought maybe Winfield walked on that one as she tried to pass it back outside.
You saw that too?
Yeah. As soon as I heard the whistle, I was like, oh, yeah, that's travel.
That's the travel.
Luckily they called the foul first.
Here's Bell on the outside of the arc, drives to the free throw line, near side Tendor. Tendor under the basket, dishes it off, picks up by Stauffenberg, far side outside in the corner to Tendor. Tendor looking for an opening there, and she fires it out on top to Winfield. Winfield on top of the key now, tries to penetrate, can't. Over to Bell. Bell on top of the key. Tendor, bounce pass underneath to Winfield, and it's off Cheyenne East and out of bounds. So Lander will retain possession, 3:52 to go, period 3, 42-24. Cheyenne East with the lead, inbounds to Hansen. Hansen, far side in the corner, off to Tendor. She almost got knocked to the floor. She was knocked to the floor, and we're going to have a timeout called on the floor. So we'll be back with more after this.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
3:43 to go, third period, 42-24. The Lady Tigers are down by 18. Here's the inbounds pass to Hansen, or to Stauffenberg, rather. Stauffenberg in the corner gets it out, picked up by Bell, and it's going to be an over and back. Well, that is another turnover for the Tigers going at number 16. And again, it was a good idea, but the execution just wasn't there.
Yeah, pass was a little too hot, went off the intended receivers. The Tigers force another turnover, bring it back into the forecourt.
5th turnover by Cheyenne East. Lander has 16. On top is Winfield. Winfield moves to the left side now. Stauffenberg in the corner to Hansen. Hansen drives the baseline underneath the Bell. Her shot is up and in. Nice move by Ryan Bell. Kind of an unorthodox shot there, but Josh, it went in.
Great vision by Hansen, seeing her teammate open on the other side of the baseline. Gave her a good bounce pass, and Bell was able to whisk that one in for 2.
Shot on the far side by Cheyenne East, off, not good. Rebounded by Winfield, and the Tigers go down the floor. Here's coast to coast by Winfield, and she stopped, hesitated, and had her pocket picked. And we go the other way, down court, in the middle of the lane, off to Schlab. Shot's good for 2. Well, the Tigers didn't get back on defense fast enough on that one, and it's 44-26. 2.5 minutes to go.
T-Birds definitely like to run in transition, that's for sure.
Well, they do a pretty good job of it, too. Okay, here's Tendor. Bounce pass over to Bell. Bell on top of the key. Left, a long pass that was caught by Stauffenberg, the coach. Boy, that was a real high pass. The wind couldn't have caught it because we don't have any wind in here in the gym.
No, definitely no wind to blame on that one. She saw her teammate open on the opposite wing. But unfortunately, put too much juice on it, and it floated to the coach instead of Winfield.
Well, that's why you play these non-conference games. As we said yesterday in that contest against Sheridan, you have to find out what your weaknesses are against other competition and then work on them in practice. Here's Lilly Dahl, and she's fouled as she drives the baseline. And coming up with the personal foul is going to be Winfield, and that will be her first, I believe. Yeah, it's her first, and going to the free throw is Lilly Dahl, and she doesn't miss many. Matter of fact, she's hit 4 charity stripes in a row. She has 19 points. She can hit 20 with this free throw right here. Oh, and she doesn't. She missed it. Hansen going for the rebound, dishes it off to Stauffenberg. Long outlet pass down court by Winfield, or to Winfield, to Hansen, knocked out of bounds. Oh, the Tigers had an opportunity there. The long pass, they had an open man down field, or down court. We are in basketball, aren't we? This is a court.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, another turnover, and that is number 19 for the Tigers. Minute 47 to go here, third period of play. Cheyenne East with it in the corner. There's Jordan Jones. She has 8 points in the game. Ball's knocked away. She picks it right back up. And Winfield is down on the floor, and she has twisted her ankle. And she's going to come limping off the floor. And coming in to replace her is Ryan Bell. So Megan Winfield, the junior, got a little twisty, and she's walking it off behind the Tiger bench. Inbounds play underneath to Jenkins. Turnaround. No, she was partially blocked. Shots up, off, not good. Rebound is picked up by Jenkins. The big, tall 6'4" girl gets it. Off to Lilly Dahl. And Lilly Dahl, by the way, is one of the smaller players out on the floor. She's about 5'6". There's Jones, who's about 6 foot. Jones drives the baseline. Oh! She lowered her shoulder. And that was an easy call to make. Player control foul.
Yeah, anytime you extend the arm or you drop your shoulder, you're definitely going to get charged for the foul 100% of the time.
And the Lady Tiger is okay, the one who ended up on the floor next to the mat at the end of the floor. Here's Hansen with the ball. Cross court it goes to Bell. Bell drives on the left wing, back to the right wing. Now off to Tendor in the lane, puts up a shot and draws the foul. And it's going to be on Jardine, the tall one, for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. And that is her first. Been a lot of fouls on Cheyenne East in this game. They've got 5 in this half. Tendor at the line with 6 points. And that one goes off the left side of the rim. Checking in for Cheyenne East is Schlab. And coming out is Lilly Dahl. Boy, has she been a electric player today from the outside. There's the next shot up and good. 7 points now by Talene Tendor, the sophomore guard for the Lander Tigers. Under 45 seconds to go here in the third period. Driving toward the lane and turning around is Walsh. Walsh kicks it out to Jones. Jones makes a move to the right, pops it from 7 feet. No, not good. Rebound goes to Madison Kaufman for Cheyenne East. On top of the key. Now in the corner, there's Kaufman for 3, and she gets that. Well, again, as you've been saying, Josh, you can't leave these Cheyenne East players open from outside the arc.
No, it doesn't matter which player it is. I think the only one that hasn't attempted a 3 so far is Jardine, but I don't know why you'd put her out to put a 3 when she's at least 3 inches taller than any other player.
Well, Cheyenne Tigers couldn't get a shot off, and it is 48-27 at the end of the third period of play. Only 9 points in that period for Cheyenne East, and the Lander Tigers come up with 12. So
we've still got 3 free throws.
Yeah, there
Jones
is
was charged with the foul on the attempt, so Hansen will go to the line for 3 to end the period.
Well, Whitney gets her first. She now has 6 points. Back to the line for the second shot. She has 7 points. I wondered what the sour face was on Jones when she was walking back. I missed the foul. And 3 for 3, the three-point play the old-fashioned way. So at the end of the third period of play, it's 30 for the Lander Valley Tigers, 48 for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. We'll return with the final 8 minutes after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
All right, back again here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, and I was just informed by my expert, bright-eyed,
not bright-eyed today,
color man, that I've been calling Jardine Jenkins, and I apologize for that. So it is Darcy Jardine, and I should know better. She's the tallest player out there on the floor.
You're about 50-50, so.
About 50-50, okay. So we have had an extra player out there for the Tigers, and coming off was Kiera Friday. So 5-on-5 now. Here's Jones on the right side, passes it around the hoop underneath to Jardine. Her shot is good, darn it. 10 points now for Jardine, and it's a 20-point lead, 50-30. T-Birds over the Lady Tigers. Here's Bell. The other Bell has the ball knocked away from her. Turnover Lander. One-on-one fast break. The ball is loose on the floor. Underneath it goes to Schlab, and she is fouled underneath the basket, I think, by Stauffenberg. That'll be Demi's second personal foul. Not a shooting foul. Occurred on the floor. Here's the inbounds pass from Schlab. Goes into Jones. Jones, 7 feet away, drives through the lane, now kicks it back out. There's a shot up, off, not good. Rebound by the shooter, Kaufman. Now over it goes again to Schlab. Shot is good on the rebound. And Kaufman, Haley Kaufman, gets her second basket of the game. She has one tray and one regular basket. 7 minutes to go in the game, and it's 52-30. Cheyenne has it. Here's Winfield on top of the arc. Oh, she lost the ball. And it's picked up by Cheyenne East. Could have had a travel there. Underneath, there's a rebound and a blocking foul, and 2 points for Kaufman. And so the personal foul is going to go against Tendor. That'll be her her third foul. Coming out of the game is Walsh. Also coming out is Schwab.
Maddie Kaufman will be at the line to convert the and one. She's able to make the basket after the blocking foul by Tendor.
6:44 to go, 52-30. Tendor coming out of the game. Darian Bell in for the Tigers. And now we have a discussion with the officials. Well, they're all three huddled up there on top of the arc.
Oh, they're going to say
they're going to take the basket off.
Yeah, there was too much time, so they're not going to give her the continuation.
Right.
So she'll go to the line for two.
Kaufman's first shot is off the front of the iron. Not good. She'll get another. Coach Eric Wessling was okay with the explanation that was given by the official. Next shot up by Kaufman, and this one also not good. Went off the left side. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Demi comes down into the forecourt on top of the arc. Over to Darian Bell. In the corner, Winfield has it. She's beyond the arc and lets one fly. It's off the glass, not good. But the other Bell, Ryan Bell, gets the rebound for Lander, so we'll try it again. Over to Stauffenberg, outside. She drives the baseline and is fouled as she goes to the basket. It'll be a 1-and-1. And the personal foul whistled against Gracie Oswald.
If we were in the NBA, she would have got that continuation. That basket would have counted.
Yeah.
But in high school, there's no such thing.
But
unless it happens at the same time as the foul.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not the NBA. Be kind of cool if it was, though.
Yeah.
Stauffenberg at the line for the Tigers hits the one-on-one short. I shouldn't say hit because she missed it. Long pass down the floor, and we have a blocking foul underneath, I think, on Stauffenberg. No, it's going to be on Darian Bell. Stauffenberg ended up on the floor that time. She looks to be okay. Hey, guess who's back in the game for Cheyenne East? It's Bowden Lilly Dahl. And just like before, she cans the free throw.
That puts her above the 20-point mark, right?
Yeah, it puts her right at 20. And she gets the next shot, too. So she's got 21 in the game now.
Tell you what, she's a good all-around shooter. She hits her free throws. She drives hard inside, and she's made a couple threes as well.
Here's Hansen. Hansen on the left wing gives it off to Darian Bell. On top to Stauffenberg. 5:59 to go here in the game. Back to Hansen. Near side Winfield. Winfield outside the arc. Looks for someone to throw it to and finds Darian Bell. Underneath, bad pass. Trying to hit the other Ryan Bell, and the ball goes into the T-Birds' hands. There's a really weak shot that was put up by Jones. Recovered out of the air. Snatched out of the air by the Tigers. Good defense. Down court, Ryan Bell for three. No, and rebounded by Jones.
I still like how Bell realized that she had time, so she took that extra dribble, set her feet, and then put the shot up. Unfortunately, it didn't go in as Jardine throws in another one for Lady T-Birds.
And Jardine now in the game. Let me count it up. She's got 12 points in the contest now. We're at the 5-minute mark of this game here in the Bill Stranigan tournament from Lander Valley High School. There's a bounce pass over to Hansen. Hansen gets a double trap, but gets it away to Darian Bell. On top now to Hansen. They're going to reset the play. Off to Stauffenberg on the left wing. She's blocked out of the baseline, so bounce pass on top to Hansen. Hansen over to Bell. Bell almost lost the handle. She's got a lane. Oh, that's going to be a player control foul on Bell. Boy, she just lowered her shoulder and went in and smacked the T-Bird player.
And there's that MVP player again, Bowden Lilly Dahl, again on defense, getting her feet set, stuck in the mud, stayed there, was able to get the charge.
56-30 on our KFCW scoreboard. Down court, Schwab has it at the free throw line, throws it in the corner to DeLong. Her shot's not good, and a foul underneath the basket. And it's going to go against Tendor, and that's her 4th personal foul. She fouled out of last night's game with just 3 minutes to go. Kiera Walsh is getting a chance here for a free throw. She has not scored in the game, and she still has not scored in the game. Free throw was off, not good. Here comes another one now. 4:24 left, fourth period, whatever we are in here, second half. That's better. Hansen gets the rebound. Hansen down court across the timeline. On top of the key, moves to the left wing, stops, dishes it off now to Kiera Friday, over to Ryan Bell. Bell has the ball knocked away from her, but it's picked up by Tendor, and a foul is going to be called on Cheyenne East on that double team. And the foul goes against Schlab, and that's her first. 4:02 to go. We're halfway through the 4th period of play, and Tendor had the only point in the second quarter, and so far the Tigers haven't scored in this quarter, and they still haven't, as the free throw was short. And they're discussing now if that was 2 shots or the 1-and-1. Nope, shot was missed. Cheyenne East will have it outside. So the Tigers go back on defense. No, they are giving the ball to Lander. Well, that's odd. She missed the free throw, but Lander gets it. Okay, here's Hansen in the corner. Stauffenberg for 3, and count it. Stauffenberg with her 11th point of the game, 56-33. Quickly the other way. We go down. Here's Haley Kaufman. Near side it goes to Cassett. Back over to Kaufman. On top of the key, Schlab has it. Lander comes out on defense just under the timeline in the corner to Kaufman. Kaufman has the ball taken away from a really nice defensive move by Ryan Bell. Bell brings it all the way down to the free throw line. Off to Hansen. Bounce pass over to Friday for 2. Kiera Friday with her first basket and 4th point of the game. There's a turnover by Cheyenne East as the T-Birds launch the long one down the floor.
Tigers are starting to pick it up here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too little, too late, but you do like seeing some of the uptick on defenses. That was just good anticipation by Ryan Bell, as well as getting the good open shot for the teammate on the baseline, making that extra pass instead of forcing the difficult shot. Give it to your teammate who has a wide open look for an easy bunny for 2.
Tendor brings it into the forecourt and drops the ball, lost the ball. Another turnover by the Tigers. Quickly the other way are the T-Birds, and a foul is going to be called. No, what was it? Must have been a violation of some kind. I didn't see the call. Well, something happened over there. Must have been a violation by the Tigers. So the ball comes in to Kiera Walsh. Walsh over to Schlab. Schlab moves it out. Top of the forecourt. Now she makes a move to the left-hand wing. Around the key it goes. DeLong has it now. To Oswald. In the middle to Walsh, but she doesn't shoot. They're burning some clock here with 2.5 minutes to go. On top, they're just playing catch. Around the horn it goes. There's a bounce pass in the middle to Walsh. She puts a shot off the glass and in.
Tigers were doing.
They were waiting for the open shot.
Yeah, they were doing a really good job with the man defense, and now towards the end of the game, they switched back to that 2-3 zone, and the Cheyenne East just passed the ball around until they found an opening. Somebody in the lane put it up in for the easy 2.
Tigers turn it over on their end of the floor. There's a shot up by Cheyenne East. Schlabs, not good. Rebound, Ryan Bell. She takes it coast to coast and draws the foul as she goes to the boards. Minute 52 to go, 58-35. We'll have the boys game immediately after this. Cheyenne East with a win over Star Valley last night. And Lander had that loss against Sheridan Free throw by Ryan Bell is up, and she now has 3 points in the game. Stauffenberg comes out for the Tigers. Lily Hamilton goes in. Next shot not good. Hansen rebounds it for the Tigers. She's in the lane, gets it away. In the middle, there's a turnaround jump shot up off, not good. And the Tigers lose the ball here on the rebound, and it's knocked away. Picked up by Kaufman. Far side to Walsh. Her long shot is not good. Rebound out of bounds will go to Cheyenne East as it went off of Hansen. Now coming into the game for Lander is Darian Bell, and Whitney Hansen gets a rest. Megan Winfield coming back in for Lander, and she'll replace Ryan Bell. Minute and a half to go, 90 seconds left, 58-36, Cheyenne East. Walsh on the inbounds play to Kaufman. Kaufman underneath, it goes to Walsh. Her shot is not good, ball's knocked away, and we have an over-the-back call against Cheyenne East. And the foul on Oswald, that will be her first. And that is the 10th team foul, so we'll be in double bonus here for the Tigers. Tendor goes to the charity stripe. Tendor with 7 points. She's missed her last 2 free throws. This one's short off the front. Might be a little tired, huh, Josh?
Yeah, I think she doesn't seem like herself today. I don't know if she's tired from the contest last night or not liking playing early in the morning, but she has had a lot of ball control issues. She hasn't been nearly as potent on defense, and she hasn't made her free throws.
Well, she made her last one, and then Cassett comes back down for Cheyenne East and drills a field goal. 69 seconds to go. Here we go. Shot by Darian Bell is an air ball picked out of the air here by the T-Birds. Down court is Izzy DeLong. In the corner, she avoids the trap. Gets it out. Has it on top of the key. Dribbles to her right, then left, then off to Walsh. Walsh puts it up. Ooh, she almost got fouled there. Shot is not good. Basket rebound goes to the Tigers and the T-Birds. A held ball call, and Cheyenne East will have it. Emma McGuffey comes into the game. There's a shot by Cheyenne East, not good. Tendor with the rebound with a half a minute to go in the game and is fouled from behind. Personal foul goes against Grayson Goff. Yeah. Tendor back to the line. 29 and 4/10 seconds left in the game, and Talene misses this one too. She's only 3 for 9, 30% here. That one goes off too, so she's missed her last 2 free throws.
Count the basket.
Okay, and the foul goes against Muffy.
She missed both the free throws, but she did good job on the hustle play, gets her own rebound, puts it up and in for the score, and converts the and one. Old-fashioned three-point play, cutting that lead down to 20.
60-40, Cheyenne East brings it down court. Kaufman drives in the lane, loses the basketball. Turnover, Cheyenne East. Lander picks it up. With it is Winfield. Winfield almost had it over in the back. Tendor, 9 seconds to go. 6 seconds. Tendor drives in the lane, falls down, loses the basketball, and that's going to be almost the game. Held ball, go to Lander. 1.7 seconds left. 60-40 is the score. There's the inbounds pass. Oh, they should have shot it. But instead, being unselfish, passed it way up on top. And that's where the game ends. The Lander Valley Tigers score 40, and the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, the Lady T-Birds, get 60. And that's the end of this one. We'll have the boys game coming up here right after we take this message and go back to the Bailey pregame show, and then we'll recap this one as well.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
All right, listen up, elves. I know this is a busy time of year, and we all have places to be and things to do. But please, don't text and drive. Be careful. Last week, Sheldon and Shipping crashed into a load of Legos. And yesterday, Randy and Wrapping ran through a red light. Just slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down while you drive. Thank you. Now get back to work. Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, keep me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. Cheers.
Back again for our Click It and Ticket post-game show. Two players in double figures for the Lander Tigers, Talene Tendor and Demi Stauffenberg, both had 11 points in the game. Whitney Hansen just missed double figures at 8. We had Kiera Friday with 4 points. Megan Winfield had 3, and Ryan Bell had 3. That was the scoring for the Lander Lady Tigers. Top scorer, as we've been telling you all night long, was Bowden Lilly Dahl. She ended the game with 23 for Cheyenne East. And our player of the game today, I think we're going to give this one, Josh, to Whitney Hansen. She did a pretty good job on the floor and set up a lot of good shots. So Whitney Hansen is our Mama's Kitchen player of the game. And of course, Mama's Kitchen is in the hotel there on the east end of Lander. And we invite you to stop in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a really good place to eat. And Mama's Kitchen sponsors our player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Hansen did a really good job. I would say it was definitely between her and Demi Stauffenberg. She had kind of a slow start there, but in the second half, she's able to hit some threes. I think overall she's 3 for 5 on her three-point attempts. So Demi did good, and Hansen, she was good on both ends of the ball. She's able to grab some rebounds, set up some good assists, and make a couple baskets as well. Overall, she was probably the best player on both sides of the court for Lady Tigers.
Well, we've got the Lander Valley Tigers coming up next here on the YO Today media broadcast and live stream from the Bill Stranigan tournament here in Lander. Later on today, we're going to have the the Sheridan and Riverton Wolverine games from RHS, and that will be at 4 o'clock and 5:30. And that will be on KTAK 93.9 and on YO Today YouTube. So tune in for that one. Our last game here this morning in Lander will be between the Tigers and the T-Birds. And then tomorrow morning, boy, the alarm clock's got to go off early tomorrow. It does for me anyway.
I'll have to get up at the same time I usually do on a work day, probably.
Yeah, well, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Lander faces Cheyenne Central. And Central was defeated last night by the Riverton Wolverines. Wolverines got a 10-point win over Cheyenne Central on the boys' side. So that's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. The Lady Tigers against the Lady Indians, and at 10:30 the Lander Tigers against the Central Indians, ranked pretty high in the state coming into this tournament. I guess their rating might drop a little bit now that they've lost to Riverton. But you're listening now to the Bailey's Tire and Auto Service pregame show, and what we want to do right now is hand the book over to Josh for our Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups. Here's Josh.
All right, well, let's get the graphic up there. There we go. Rusty did a good job of putting some new banners up for us. So I had to make sure and throw that up on there. All right, we will start with I believe Tigers in their white uniforms, so I believe they're the visiting team.
No, they're the home team.
Yeah. They're the home team, but they're in their white uniforms. Okay.
Yep.
So we will start with the true visitors, Cheyenne East T-Birds. Starting the 6'4" junior Colton McNelly. The 6-foot junior is Garrett Schlabs. His sister played just previously in the girls' game. 6-foot sophomore Drew Jackson And the 6'6" senior, who no doubt will be playing down on the block in the post, is Tate Bishop. And your 6'5" junior, who will also be playing down in the post, will be Kaiser Jolly. For your Tigers, they will be starting the 5'11" senior, number 3, Kellen Donahue. The 5'10" senior, number 4, Jace Leclaire, who I would expect will be looking for a bounce-back game. He did not have his best performance last night against Sheridan. I'm sure he's motivated to try and right his wrongs from last night. Also starting for the Tigers, number 5, 6'2" senior Tanner Bird. And out on the guard will be the dual threat, both on offense and defense. He's got fast hands, quick handles, and a nice outside shot. 5'7" senior Tissel Gwynna will be wearing number 11. And down in the post will be 6'3" junior, also the starting quarterback for your Tigers this fall, Brendan Stauffenberg, wearing number 23. That is the Sutherland's home improvement starting lineups. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with your final words and the start of the matchup between the Cheyenne East T-Birds and Lander Tigers.
In Lander.
Come on down, Grandmas!
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Well, we're just about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups that Josh has already given you on our Bailey Tire and Auto Center pregame show. And the Sutherlands, home and ranch supply. No, they're the home improvement center. Sorry about that, Sutherlands. They're the home improvement center in the former Kmart building on North Federal Boulevard in Riverton. We appreciate their sponsorship very much. Well, we have an interesting development here, Josh. Stu Mullins, the coach of the Lander Tigers, and Rusty Horsley, the coach of the Cheyenne East T-Birds, are wearing the exact same thing today. They must have sent out a memo.
There you go.
Yeah, how about that? Interesting. I was talking with Rusty Horsley before the game, and he grew up in Sheridan, and he says Sheridan and Lander are his two favorite places because of the closeness to the mountains and just the outdoor opportunities, that sort of thing. So Rusty Horsley has a soft spot in his heart for Lander, and let's hope it doesn't extend to the basketball court here with the Tigers. The starting lineups for the Lander Tigers, Kellen Donahue, Jace Leclaire, Tanner Bird, Tissot Gwynna, and Brendan Stauffenberg are the Tiger starters today. Not a big a crowd today, Josh, as we had last night, but of course that was an afternoon game, and the student bodies, they're still going to school here today.
Yeah, it looks like there was a good pack of them that were able to either get excused or their teacher said, go down and watch the game. Just make sure you come back for your next period. I know, depending on who your teacher is, they are kind of flexible when it comes to that, when it is your home court.
Our officials today are from the 307 officiating group from Riverton. And the buzzer has sounded. We'll have a center jump. You know, I kind of like this better than last year with COVID. You know, they just had alternating times out of bounds. But here we have a jump, and it's going to be Brendan Stauffenberg is going to go against the tall guy, Kaiser Jolly, the 6'5" junior. So we've got a 6'3" against a 6'5", and 6'5" wins. The tip goes to Schlabs for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. They've kind of got like a speedway look to them. Foul on the first basket. McNeely gets the basket, and Jace Leclaire gets the foul, so it'll be a 3-point play. They have black uniforms on with, what do you call that, a checkered pattern?
Checkerboard, yeah.
Yeah, a checkerboard pattern of black and white along the side of their uniforms. So I heard that they are speedy, so we'll see if their uniform selection has anything to do with their basketball ability. Okay, Tigers have the ball for the first time. Tisso Gwynna across the timeline on the near side to Stauffenberg. In the corner, Donahue, or not in the corner, on the side. Back out on the top to Gwynna. Gwynna doesn't shoot. Back to Donahue. He drives the lane, hands it off to Leclaire for three. Jace Leclaire for three, and the Tigers tie it up at 3-3. Here's a long shot off the side of the backboard. Not good. Bird with the rebound for Lander. He drives to the free throw line, hands it off to Donahue. Donahue moves to the left-hand wing, hands it off to Gwynna. Gwynna in the lane, gives it back to Leclaire. Leclaire makes a juke here and then passes it in the corner. Stauffenberg for three, hits the side of the backboard. Rebound quickly by Jackson. Fast break, whistle, and palming the ball.
Yep, he carried it on that one, rolled it over. One of those things that, again, you can get away with to a certain extent in college and professional ranks, but in high school they watch that pretty carefully, which I like. I think it's good at eliminating the start of bad habits.
In the corner is Bird. Bird brings it toward the free throw line. Behind him now to Donahue on the baseline. In the corner to Tisso Gwynna. Back out to Leclaire across the key. Ball is stolen away. 1-on-none. McAnally lays it up and in.
That was just good anticipation by McAnally. He saw that the Tigers were trying to go from wing to wing. Steps in front of the pass and gets a good steal.
And Stauffenberg down court lofts an air ball, but fortunately for the Lander Tigers, Cheyenne East turns it over. Second turnover of the game for Cheyenne East. 5-3 our score. We've just started the first period of play here at the Bill Stranigan tournament at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Lander Valley High School. Here's Gwynna, brings it into the forecourt. It's knocked out of bounds. Another anticipation there by McAnally and knocked it out of bounds. McAnally is a 6'4 junior. Inbounds pass to Donahue on the right-hand wing. He can't penetrate there to the baseline, so he kicks it out to Bird. Bird stops. Can't make a shot from there, guarded very closely. Gives it off to Leclaire. Leclaire in the lane, back to Bird. Bird drives the baseline off the glass. No, it just rolled in and out. Rebound, Cheyenne East. Drew Jackson down the court. In the corner, it goes to Schlabs. Almost lost the handle on the ball on the right side. Pass underneath the basket, and the shot is good by Xander Hardy.
That was just a great pass along the baseline. The Tiger defender was there. He just couldn't get his fingertips on it, and good anticipation, puts it up and in for the easy bunny.
Well, that's what happens when you've got the big height advantage, 6'5" in there against 6'3". Here's Bird in the corner, off to Donahue. Donahue for Lander, out onto Gwynna for three. No, not good. Bird gets the rebound, puts the shot up, and draws the foul. And it'll be 15, Hayes with the personal foul, a 6'2 sophomore.
That was just a good high motor play by Bird. He was able to get the rebound, had the contact, was able to have the wherewithal to keep his dribble so he didn't get called for the travel, and then immediately turns around, puts it up, forces the foul, and gets him to the line for two.
Tanner misses the first free throw. 7-3 Cheyenne East on our KFCW scoreboard. Bird's next shot is nothing but net, so he gets 1 of 2, and it's 7-4. And coming into the game now is Abe Lopez, and we've got a little bit of bleeding going on here. That when Bird hit the floor, he got a bloody nose, and now they've got to do some cleaning. They have some blood on the floor underneath the Lander basket. So in the event of something like this happening, they've got gloves, they've got disinfectant spray, they have a garbage can, and they have, paper towels.
Yep.
So they're going to do the cleaning now, and one of the custodians comes out for Lander Valley. Now, that's a pretty good blood spot right there. I can see it from here. And it's interesting. He's cleaning the blood with the non-gloved hand. Now he switches gloves. All right. Official also finds some debris, and they've got some more blood on the floor over here. We had stoppage last night for Bloody Nose also.
I think that one, it was a finger that was cut open instead of the nose. It looked like it was the nose way he was holding it, but then when I saw him over at the trainer's table, she was working on like fingertip, or maybe his nail got cut and started bleeding. Either way.
Yeah, and he touched his hand to the face, and so there was blood on his nose, and that's kind of what led us to believe that. Down court, Garrett Schlabs in the corner to the big tall guy, Jolly. Jolly loses the basketball. He got a trap there in the corner, gives it off to Schlabs, and we have a whistle and a foul underneath, I think. Yeah, it's going to be an offensive foul on McAnally, and that's his first personal foul. Quickly coming into the game is Hayden Pafford. Pafford having a little chat, or the coach, Horsley, having a little chat with one of the officials. It's a friendly chat. They're both smiling, nodding their heads. Coming into the Lander lineup now, Carter Ayers, and he replaces Lopez.
That's Leclaire.
I'm sorry, Jace Leclaire. Lopez is on the floor wearing number 24. Okay, so officials are now at the official scoring table. I think everything is okay. And they're going to give the ball to Cheyenne East. There is the give and go play on the inbounds pass by Jolly. The rebound is up and in. Nice rebound by Schlabs. And it's 9-4 on our KFCW scoreboard. Stauffenberg down on top of the key. Bounce pass on the right wing goes to Ayers. Back over to Tissot Gwinna. Gwinna in the middle of the lane, doesn't take the shot, hands it off to Ayers. Ayers now tries to penetrate, can't do that. Behind the pass to Gwinna, and Gwinna loses the handle on the basketball. Down court, off the glass, no, not good. Rebound by Jolly is good. His fourth point of the game.
Another thing for the Tigers, I saw it happen against Sheridan in the first quarter when they got blown out 22-7. A bunch of offensive rebounds, and again, so far Cheyenne East has the advantage in offensive rebounds in the first quarter.
Well, Stu William Mullins is calling a timeout here, and we'll be back right after this.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Back in Lander at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, the Bill Stranigan Basketball Classic. Cheyenne East leading Lander 11-4 now in the first period. Cheyenne East will have the basket in the backcourt. And tell you what, they've got some tall timber on this Cheyenne East team, and all but one is over 6 foot on the floor right now. There's a pass broken up, stolen away by Stauffenberg. Outlet goes down to Lopez, back to Stauffenberg. Gwinna has it now on the right wing. Out on top, Lopez. Lopez drives, does a behind his back dribble in the middle of the lane, puts up the shot, and is fouled. Well, you know, we talked about that last night with his behind the back dribbling.
He almost lost about 3 times, is able to create some space, gets in the lane, draws the contact, gets the foul, see if he can convert the 2 free throws.
Yeah, the first one he does. Lopez, a 5'10 junior. Abe makes the first free throw. And eyes the hoop, and the second one rolls around, drops through. So we got both of them, and it's a 5-point game, 11-6. Down court, underneath the basket. Shots up off, not good by Mirich. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Tigers come the other way, going left to right. There is Donahue off the glass, and a blocking foul on Cheyenne East. Jackson will send Ayers to the line, or Donahue to the line.
That was a good vision by Stauffenberg, bringing it in across the timeline. Sees that Donahue was open on the baseline, had an open cut underneath the hoop to go inside. He draws the contact, puts the shot up, and converts the first free throw.
So Kellen gets the first, his first point of the game, 3:44 to go, first period. A 4-point advantage now by Cheyenne East, and it's now a 3-point advantage as Kellen Donahue gets both of the free throws. It's 11-8. 3:39 to go. There's a drive to the basket by Cheyenne East, and Lopez grabbed his arm on the way up to stop the shot. Lopez picks up the foul. Abe Lopez's first foul, and going to the free throw line is Garrett Schlabs, 6'10" junior. Will have 2 opportunities. First one makes good on that one.
5'10" junior? He looks a little short to be 6'10".
I'm sorry, 6'0". 6'0". Schlabs is. Next shot is not good. Stauffenberg gets the rebound for the Tiger, the 6'3" junior Tiger. Clears the boards. Here's Tisso Gwena. He does a couple behind his back dribbles too. Off to Lopez. Off to Ayers. Ayers' shot is not, or Donahue. No, not good. Rebound pulled down by Xander Hardy. Off to Schlabs on top of the key. In the corner. On top now, it goes to Pafford. Whistle and one official called it a player control foul. The other one called it a blocking foul. Let's see who wins. They're discussing it right now. One official was very emphatic about the player control foul, and the other one called it a blocking foul. So we haven't seen any. Now they're calling the third official over. So let's see what the call is going to be. They're all chatting with each other, and it's going to be a player control foul against Cheyenne East.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Stauffenberg for sure had his feet set or not, but it looked like the Cheyenne East player was a little bit out of control and may have dipped his shoulder just a little bit. That's why the one on the near side probably called the charge, where the ref on the far side didn't see him drop that shoulder. So Tigers take advantage of the 50-50 call, and they'll have possession of the ball.
3 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Tigers trail by 4. It's 12-8 against Cheyenne East. Here's Gwena on top of the key. Gwena moves to his right, moves in the lane, doesn't shoot, fires it out to Stauffenberg for 3, and it's long. Rebounded underneath by Ayers, and he has his pocket picked. Third turnover by the Tigers. Fast break, down court. Schlabs hands it off. Shot from the corner. Not good. Schlabs with the rebound. No good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg with 2:37 to go. Off to Gwena. Gwena down court to Lopez. Lopez launches a 3. It's good. Lopez with a big tray, and the Tigers have narrowed the margin to 1 point. Here's Schlabs. Whistle. Blocking foul called on the Tigers.
The Tigers are doing a good job getting their offensive sets, driving inside the lane and kicking it out. Unfortunately, the previous 3 times that happened, they had wide open shots, and they were not even close to going in. Same thing that happened last night. They're having good sets. They're kicking it out when they needed to. Their wing players are having open shots, but if you can't make them, it's just empty possessions.
Abe Lopez gets the foul, and Garrett Schlabs misses the free throw. So coming into the game now is Nick Colgan. Colgan comes in for Mirich. Second free throw here by Schlabs, and he gets this one. And now coming back into the lineup is Drew Jackson, one of the starters, and coming out is Schlabs. So it's a 2-point game. Cheyenne East 13, Lander 11, 2:21 to go here. First period of play. Here comes Tisso Gwena to bring it into the forecourt. Cheyenne East waiting with a half-court defense. On top of the B, there's Colum Wheeler is now in the game for the Tigers. Off to Gwena. Gwena puts one off the glass and in. Tisso for 2.
Good job by Gwena there. He's got the contact, is able to adjust himself, center his body again, put it off glass and in.
And we're tied. There's the shot up, off, not good by Jackson. Stauffenberg for the rebound. Here's Bird off the glass for 2. Tanner Bird for the Tigers, and Lander takes their first lead of the game, actually their second lead of the game. It's 15-13. For the T-Birds, Hardy takes a shot. No, not good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. 90 seconds to go. Long pass down court to Wheeler. Wheeler in the lane, gives it to Stauffenberg from 15. No, not good. Missed the basket. Quickly down the court, here's Jackson the other way, puts up the shot and draws the foul.
Stauffenberg's been really good for the Tigers on the boards, but unfortunately he has not hit any of his three-point attempts so far. It may be one of those where he's going to try and keep shooting to get out of the slump, but I think at this point you need to try and find a better option for an outside shot for the Tigers.
Drew Jackson at the free throw line on the foul by Stauffenberg. First free throw is good. And coming back in is the big guy, 6'5" Jolly for Cheyenne East. Drew Jackson, the 6-foot sophomore, looks for his second shot, and he ties the game. 15 all here with 1:18 to go in the Stranigan tournament. There's Gwynna. Gwynna avoids the trap, and the pass is blocked. There's a shot by Cheyenne East, not good. Rebounded by Jolly, the big guy. Around the horn it goes for Cheyenne, and Schlabs travels with the ball. Turnover, Cheyenne East.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be a travel that happened first or him stepping on the boundary. It looked like he may have stepped out of bounds right in front of the Tiger bench, but he traveled beforehand. Tigers get the ball nonetheless.
Here's Bird with the ball, back to Gwynna. Gwynna into the timeline, underneath the basket to Wheeler, to Ayers, and the ball gets away from Ayers. He was all open under the shot, but he got distracted there. I think one of the T-Birds got his hand on the ball, and now we have a foul on Donahue. So that's the first foul on Kellen. And he comes out of the game. No, was that Carter Ayers that got the foul?
Wheeler.
Oh, it was Wheeler. I'm sorry. Yeah, the way Donahue reacted, I thought the foul was on him. Okay, Cheyenne East has the ball knocked away by Bird, and he almost goes outside. Hits the door. Let the sun shine in. It's 15-15. Lander has a tie with Cheyenne East. 44 seconds to go. Cheyenne East with the basketball's Bishop in the corner. Underneath Schlabs, jump shot from the baseline, not good. Rebounded by Bird for the Tigers. Bird on the outline. He runs down into the baseline, gives it off to Wheeler. His shot is blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Wheeler.
I was going to be a little bit upset if there was no call on that one, because there's a lot of contact. But they did get the Cheyenne East player, Jolly, for the contact on the arm on the Wheeler shot attempt. He'll go to the line for two.
And for the first attempt at a point today, Colin Wheeler is at the line for the Tigers. The score is tied. 29 seconds to go. Shot's not good. Hits the front of the iron and bounces away to the right.
It looks like McClung and Ayers will come in for the Tigers.
Yeah, Stauffenberg getting a little bit of rest before the second period here.
And Gwynna as well.
Next shot is up, and it's good. Tigers take the lead. 16-15 on our KFCW scoreboard. Down court, there's a coast-to-coast attempt. Shot was not good. Hit underneath the basket. Tigers come back. McClung with it. McClung stopping on the right wing. In the corner, it goes to Wheeler. Wheeler on top to Bird. Bird on the near side has the ball knocked away from him, but he picks it up. Bird over to McClung. The shot is up, and it's not good. Tigers not doing well with clock management there, Josh.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to do their best to set up an open shot. Unfortunately, the T-Birds did a good job kind of switching around their defense. Made them do a pretty hard level contested shot. Nonetheless, at the end of one, Tigers lead the T-Birds 16-15. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And back again at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander, the Bill Stranigan tournament. Lander leads at the end of the first period 16-15 over Cheyenne East, and the Tigers doing a much better job today than they did yesterday against Sheridan.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better job. They're hitting some open shots. They're creating some open shots, not only on the perimeter but inside as well. They've done a pretty good job keeping the offensive rebounds about even. They're in the first part of the first quarter. It looked like that Cheyenne East is going to have the same advantage that Sheridan did. Tigers did a good job. Stauffenberg's definitely the leader on the boards for the Tigers, and their defense is starting to step it up as well.
McClung has the ball down to Gwynna in the far corner. Underneath to Stauffenberg in the lane. Turnaround jumper is partially blocked. Rebound comes down by Jackson. On the other side we go. Cheyenne East moving right to left. Whistle, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the Tigers. And it's going to be on Tanner Bird, his first.
Foul on Bird.
Not well, yeah, I guess it is a shooting foul. That's the 7th foul, so that'll put Cheyenne East in the 1 and bonus, and Jackson at the line.
Well, the next foul committed by the T-Birds will put the Tigers in the 1-and-1 bonus as well.
Shot's not good, but Jolly for the T-Birds gets the rebound. The big 6'5" senior cleans the boards. Now over to McAnally. McAnally to Jackson. Jackson underneath to Jolly. And a little trouble controlling the ball there. Turnaround jump shot, not good. Fight for the rebound. And it's won by McAnally of Cheyenne, who puts it up. And the T-Birds now with a 1-point lead, 17-16. Ball knocked out of bounds on the far side by Schlabs. Lander will have it in the backcourt.
Two things the Tigers need to work on for sure after this weekend's games. Need to work on boxing out down low to prevent those offensive rebounds. And they need to do a better job at having their players in the forecourt come back to help the inbound play with the full court press.
Here's McClung now for the Tigers in the forecourt to Gwynna on top of the key. Gwynna moves to his right, takes a step back, fires a three. Tissot Gwynna for three.
Tissot Gwynna with a little hesitation, the step back crossover, puts it up and in. Just a sweet stroke from the far side wing.
Bishop with the ball. There's a long answer that goes up and in by Jackson. And it's 20-19 Cheyenne East.
So far in this game, when one team makes a three, the team with the next possession goes down and makes another one, and they're just back-to-back threes, and they kind of go in a span of about 3 or 4 makes in a row.
Here's Gwynna at the baseline, passes it over to McClurg in the corner. Gwynna for three. It's short, not good. Rebounded by McAnally. Outlet pass, 3-on-1 break. Underneath, Jackson, shots too long, not good. Jolly gets the rebound. That big 6'5" frame of his just reached up and grabbed the ball out of the air. Jackson with it now on the right wing into Jolly, midway between the two lines. Bounce pass underneath to McAnally. Foul, traveling. No, traveling.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that was going to be a defensive foul by the Tigers, but looks like when he's trying to turn around, he shuffled his feet. If he were to just kept his pivot foot still and rotated with the 1 foot, it would have been good, but it looked like he must have switched his pivot feet.
5:46 to go in the first half. Lander trailing by 1. Here is Donahue. Donahue on top to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg does a 360, pumps it up from 4 feet. No, not good. Rebounded by the big man, Jolly. Outlet pass to Schlabs. Schlabs underneath to Jolly. There's a turnaround jumper that's good. Stauffenberg was knocked to the ground. No call. And Jolly gets the call.
It looks like he's trying to be an actor on that one to get the charge call, but there definitely was not enough contact to draw the foul.
Donahoe with the basket off to Bird. Far side, Jace Leclaire to Bird. Bird launches a tray. It's no good. Rebounded by Jolly. 22-19, Cheyenne East. Down court, it's Schlabs underneath the basket as the ball stolen away by Tisso Gwinna. And the ball is thrown underneath the basket. Layup by Leclaire, 4-2.
How in the world did Tisso Gwinna know that Leclaire was open under the basket? He got it back at half court and just chucked it behind his head. Two-hand underhand style for Leclaire, setting up the basket, and Stauffenberg draws the legit charge that time. That'll be a turnover to Cheyenne East. Tigers have the ball again.
Player control foul by Coulter McAnally gives the ball to the Tigers. Cheyenne East leading by a point, 4:33 to go. 22-21. Tisso Gwinna brings the ball down court. You can see by his play why he was all conference last year. Here is Lopez. Lopez on the left wing, off to Leclaire. Leclaire in the corner, hesitated, gives it off now to Donahue. Donahue back over to Lopez. Whistle travel. Fourth turnover by the Tigers. And we're halfway through the first period of play, or first half of play. Here's a steal by Gwinna. 2-on-2. Gwinna under the basket is fouled. Nice drive by Gwinna, and Bishop gets him on the arm.
Gwinna is super fast. When he decides that he's going to go in and drive, he doesn't stop. He goes in full bore, and even if there is the smallest of holes between the two players set in the post, he'll try and weasel his way through there and either put up the shot or get the contact to go to the line.
Gwinna at the free throw line for the Tigers. His first trip there this morning. It's good. And that time Bishop was John with the official. I guess you can do that in 4A and get away with it.
At least for a little bit.
All right, total of 6 points now for Tisso Gwinna. Next shot is up in the air. This one's in and out, not good. Jolly high for the rebound. Outlet pass to Schlabs. Schlabs in the corner to Jackson. Jackson back over to Jolly in the paint. Jolly is tied up on the play. It'll be a held ball, and it'll go back to Cheyenne East on the alternating possession. 3:57 left here. We're tied at 22. Cheyenne East and Lander. There's the inbounds to Jolly. Oh, that was too easy, but he missed the layup. Misses the layup. Gwinna with the basketball. Does a trick down to Lopez. Lopez off the glass. Too strong. Rebounded by Jolly. We've got a 2-on-2 break. Jackson lays it up, and it goes in. Well, the Tigers just got beat on defense that time. 24-22, 3.5 minutes to go, first half. Here's Tisso Gwinna on the right wing. Gwinna goes over to Donahue. Donahue moves to his right side, and the pass is intercepted. Turnover by the Tigers, their fifth. Cheyenne East has 6, Lander 5. There's Schlabs in the corner for 3. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for the Tigers.
I don't know how they left Schlabs wide open on the far side. I mean, he's been the person they usually go to when you're looking for a corner 3, and that time he takes advantage of the open shot, puts it in.
27-22, Cheyenne East with the lead. Lopez now over on the near side to Donahue in the paint. Donahue gets rid of it to Tisso Gwinna on top. Tisso drives and draws the foul.
They're looking like both teams have been playing man defense mostly in this game. Cheyenne East is doing a little bit better of closing out on shooters as they go up, and also keeping at least somebody posted inside the lane so you don't have those open backdoor cuts. Something the Tigers have not been able to do on defense is preventing those backdoor cuts, the extra pass for the easy layups inside, especially when you have Jolly on the floor, who all he has to do is be somewhere near the basket, doesn't even have to jump, and he can put it in for a layup.
Gwinna gets the first free throw, getting ready for the second now. Takes his time. It's not good. Rebound goes to Cheyenne East. 4-point lead by the T-Birds, 27-23, 2.5 minutes to go. There's Jolly in the middle, off in the corner. Another wide open 3, this time by Hardy. Well, we can see an adjustment the Tigers need to make right away, and that's to cover the open guy in the corner. Here's Lopez for the Tigers. Lopez in the middle of the lane, dishes it off to Leclaire, who launches a 3 that's going to be short. Rebound. Jolly takes the ball away from Donahue on the rebound. 2 minutes to go, 30-23. It was just tied a few minutes ago. Oh, there's a layup. Total open lane. The seas parted for Jackson, and in he went.
Yeah, Jackson made a quick crossover move, and the weak side help was not even paying attention. He had an open lane on the backside, puts it in for 2.
Lopez fires up a 3, not good. Gets his own rebound and a player control foul.
Yeah, Lopez got the rebound, was going in for 2, kind of went in with reckless abandon, had no control of his body, and it's an easy charge call against the Tigers.
Well, last night, Stu Mullins said Lopez is the Tigers' wild child. You never know what he's going to be doing out on the floor. This time he picked up his 3rd foul. He's went to the bench. Here's Gwynna. Gwynna against Jackson. Foul on Gwynna. Pushing foul. Minute 36 to go. 32-23. It was tied just a minute ago, Josh.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the Tigers, they had a couple empty possessions, and Cheyenne East was able to make a couple wide open threes from the corner and a good easy layup for Jackson when there's nobody on the backside help. And that's, a couple empty possessions and the other team scores, and that lead can go from 0 to 10 pretty quick.
Colgan comes into the game now. Jackson at the free throw line. Minute and a half to go here, first half. He misses it. Rebound goes to Wheeler. Off to Stauffenberg. Down court, brings it into the forecourt across the Tiger Paw. Over to Wheeler in the corner. To Ayers. Ayers back to Stauffenberg on top. And the ball is anticipated and stolen by Jackson, and he's fouled by Gwynna. Well, that time Gwynna was just trying to keep the free lane to the basket closed and had the personal foul. And we have a timeout by Stu Mullins. Minute 16 to go, first half, 32-23, Cheyenne East.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man.
Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight. Put your device down. It can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
9-point lead by the T-Birds with a minute 16 to go in the first half. It was tied at 22, and since that time there's been a 10-1 run by the T-Birds. And they'll be at the free throw line again. Jackson has 9 points. He can go into double figures here with a successful free throw. Tigers have 10 team fouls. This will be a double bonus. Shot's good. 10 points for Jackson and a 10-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Bounces the ball 4 times, spins it, aims, hits. Okay, so we get them both, and it's 34-23. Long outlet pass to Bird is knocked away, and a foul is going to be called on Drew Jackson. Yep, Jackson gets the personal foul as he crashed into Bird on the long pass down court. Rusty Horsley is up to talk to Mr. Fullerton, the official. Minute 14 to go. Lander at the free throw line. Tanner Bird has 3 points on a field goal and 1 for 2 from the line. Now 1 for 3. Missed that one. You know, I don't know if it seems to you, but it looks like the Tigers are a little tired out there right now.
I don't know if they're tired or what's going on, but they're definitely playing with a little bit better vigor than they were in the first quarter against Sheridan last night. But the big thing right now is their weak side help on defense, their free throws, and being able to control the boards. If I were to say plus minus for the first couple games, the minuses would definitely be in those 3 areas.
Heading to the free throw line for the first time is a 6'2 senior, Pafford. Shot's good. Foul that time was on the Tiger Silas Wheeler, his first. Pafford back at the free throw line. 35-23, stays a 12-point lead, but the T-Birds clean the boards. Gwynna with the rebound on that missed shot. Outlet pass to Bird. Bird on the right-hand wing, moves in the lane, off to Gwynna. Gwynna, midway between the 2 lines, moves it out. Moves back to the right side. In the middle of the lane now. Stops, and player control foul is going to be called against Colum Wheeler.
Yeah, they're going to call him for the illegal screen on that one. He came over and did a little hip check on the Cheyenne East player that sent him down to the floor. If you set the screen, you can't move at all. Your feet have to be set, and you can't lean side to side. You have to be stationary and let the person run into you, where if you try to shift your body at all, you're going to be called for illegal screen.
40 seconds to go. Here's Slobs making a drive to the basket, off the glass and in. Garrett Slobs. Well, I tell you, it's 37-23, 14-point lead, and the T-Birds running away with it here late in the second period of play after we had a 22-all tie. Here's Bird on top of the key. Donahue over to Stauffenberg on top of the arc. Stauffenberg makes a move, stops, fires it in the corner to Ayers. His shot for 3 is an air ball. Pulled out of the air by Jackson with 8 seconds to go. Slobs off the glass and in, and a foul. No, they're going to call him for player control. Well, he just had a little bit too much speed there, so the basket does not count. 5 seconds to go here. 37-23. Third personal foul on Slobs. Okay, here's Stauffenberg. Down court, fires a shot off the rim, and no. And that is going to be our halftime score. The Tigers only scored 1 point after having it tied at 22-all. And the Cheyenne East T-Birds closed the half on a 15-1 run and lead 37-23. Back after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Back again at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander. It's halftime in the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament. Cheyenne East 37, Lander 23. And in that last couple of minutes of the second quarter, Cheyenne East went on a 15-1 run and took the big lead here at halftime. And eerily similar, Josh, to the first quarter when the Tigers played Sheridan. They were down 22-7 in that period, and they never recovered from that. And here they had a great first quarter, and they actually led at the end of the first quarter 16-15, but just could not put it together, and they trail 37-23.
Yeah, they're in the later part of the second quarter. The Tigers just could not get anything going offensively. They had a couple of open looks, but they could not get the shots in. And they've always said, and it's been from the test of time ever since it was the three-point line was invented. You live by the three, you die by the three. And so far in the first two games of the season, the Tigers have definitely been dying from the three. Without a couple of good looks by Tissel-Gwynna as well as Abe Lopez, Stauffenberg's put up 4 or 5 three-point attempts. He hasn't made any of them. And Jace Leclaire is able to make one, but he has missed the other three-point attempts that he had put up as well. So it's just one of those things where if the Tigers are going to try and be a shooting team from the perimeter, they got to be consistent. Whether it's Stauffenberg that's doing it or Leclaire or Gwynna, whoever, you can't just have one person be the scoring output for your team. You need to have consistency. And if you're going to shoot threes, then everybody's going to start cheating out on that zone defense or that man defense. They're going to come out to the perimeter because they know they got to cover the outside shot. So then what do? You send somebody on the backside post or backside baseline to do that backdoor cut, get them inside the lane, and put them up for the easy two. But unfortunately, so far, there has not been a lot of movement on the offense for the Tigers. And the times that they do cut in, the pass has either been too late or the person loses control of the ball because they get ahead of themselves, or they get good closure. And especially when you're going against a team that has significant size advantage over you, it's really hard to get inside. The Tigers just have not been able to find that good balance. The good thing, though, is they're not getting out-rebounded on the offensive boards by like 6-1 like they were last night against Sheridan.
Tissel-Gwynna leading the Lander Tigers scorers with 7 here at halftime. Abe Lopez has 5, and Jace Leclaire has 5. 2 points for Kellen Donahue, and we have 1 point by Colin Wheeler. On the other side, leading scorer is Drew Jackson. He has 11 for the Thunderbirds. Garrett Schlabs has 9, 7 by McAnally, 6 by Jolly, 3 by Hardy, and 1 by Pafford, and that's the scoring for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. Well, we'll be back with our second half of action here in the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament. And today we're playing this game in the Fieldhouse, the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse of Lander Valley High School on the campus here. And we'll be back with the second half right after this.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Back again, getting ready for the start of the second half here at the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament from the campus of the Lander Valley High School today. We're in the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse here in Lander. Halftime score, Cheyenne East 37, Lander 23. Tigers come out with Kellen Donahue, Tanner Bird, Brennan Stauffenberg. We have Jace Leclaire out there and Tisso Gwena. And the Tigers will have the ball first here as we start the second half of play. Gwena has it at the half-court line into Leclaire. Leclaire into the forecourt in the corner to Gwena for three. No, it's not good. Rebound by Jolly, the big guy. Off to Schlabs, 2-on-2 break. Underneath, Jackson fires from 7. No, not good. Rebound pulled down by Jolly. Outlet to Jackson. Far side it goes. McAnally has it now. McAnally looking for someone to, and he throws it away. We have a 1-on-2 break, and Tisso Gwena holds up. Let the rest of his team come. There's Bird in the corner from 10. Good. Tanner Bird for 2, and the Tigers are now down by 12, 37-25. Nice play that time by Gwena to Bird. Here we go. Jackson has it on the near side. Cheyenne East now moving left to right. Underneath the basket. Oh, there's a big, tall guy. Puts it up. Tate Bishop. He's a 6'6" senior, and that is his first points of the game today. He hasn't played much. Here's Donahue at the free throw line. Off to Leclaire. Leclaire moves to his right side. Lofts a three. It's short. Rebounded by Tanner. Down court it goes to Schlabs. Schlabs on the left wing outside, midway between the two lines. Now he makes a move to the left, knocked out of bounds by Leclaire.
Leclaire, good defense there, just waving his hands, trying to get in the way of that passing lane. Good job. Cheyenne East will still retain possession, but it makes them send it inbounds, set it up, and that one is up and in on the alley-oop pass to Bishop, I believe. With the layup on that one, good inbound pass by the Thunderbirds.
41-25 now. Lander trying to get back in the game after having it tied late in that second quarter. In the corner, Tanner Bird for three. No. Rebound pulled down by that big guy, Tate Bishop, the 6'6 senior. Down court, Schlabs has it now. On the right-hand wing, he moves back toward the timeline, now moves forward. In the corner, Jackson has it now. Jackson back out on top to Schlabs. Well, they're waiting for Lander to come out and get him now. Here we go. Schlabs on top of the key. Bird on him. Now the pass over to Bishop. Underneath to Jackson from the 4 feet. No, but he gets the tip and two more. 13th point for Jackson.
Again, the Tigers are being weak on that, or not being good on the weak side help on those inbound cuts along the baseline. Another easy two for the Thunderbirds.
Tanner in the middle of the lane loses the basketball. Turnover by the Tigers, all alone underneath. Schlabs for two. On the fast break, Cheyenne makes it a 20-point game. Timeout by Coach Stu Mullins, and we'll be back after this.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Back again with 5:20 to go here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander. 45-25, 20-point lead by Cheyenne East as the Thunderbirds have come out and outscored the Tigers 8-2 here to start the third period of play. So Lander needs to settle down a little bit. That's why Stu Mullins called the timeout, and the Tigers come back on the floor. We've got Lopez out there. We've got Wheeler, Donahue, Tissot Gwynna, and Tanner Bird. And it'll be Leclaire to take it out for the Tigers. Inbounds to Donahue. Lander going right to left here on the floor. Donahue moves over to the right wing, gives it to Wheeler. Wheeler, and almost got into a little fight there. And they're going to call it a held ball, and Cheyenne East is going to get it. Well, that was interesting, that tie up there by Wheeler. The ball hit him in the face and bounced up, and Cheyenne was able to get a hold of it. Held ball, and now Schlabs comes down the court. Bounce pass over to Jolly. Jolly under the basket, turnaround jumper, and a player control foul against Cheyenne East. And it's going to go against McAnally, his third. And that turnover will give the ball to the Tigers. Coming in is Nathan Mirich. And coming out of the game is McAnally, who tells his coach he slipped on the play. 5 minutes to go here, third period. Here's Tissot Gwynna. Gwynna at the free throw line, gives it off to Wheeler to Bird. Bird stops just outside the arc, center of the court, to Donahue. Donahue on the left wing, moves it across court, on top now to Wheeler. Far side outside to Gwynna, who launches a three. Good! Tissot Gwynna with his second tray of the game, 45-28. In the corner now is Mirich. On top to Schlabs. Schlabs dribbles to the right side, off to Jolly. He's the big 6'5" guy. Around the horn it goes to Bishop. Now underneath the basket to Mirich. His shot is an air ball, and it goes to Gwynna. Knocked away. Rebound. Another shot. Whistle, and we've got foul. Going to be called on Wheeler. Well, the Tigers had their opportunity there, Josh. They just could not get that rebound.
Yeah, just a bad shot put up. They were able to grab the ball before it went out of bounds, throw it back in. It looks like Gwynna initially had it, but it was poked away kind of between his legs. Cheyenne East recovers, and Jackson's able to draw the foul as he converts the first free throw.
Yeah, 14 points now in the game by Jackson, leading scorer in the game. Jackson's a 6-foot sophomore. Next shot coming up, good. He got them both. So the Tigers, after knocking a couple of points off that margin, give up another couple, 47-28. 19-point lead. Here's Gwynna on the far side outside. On top of the key to Leclaire. Leclaire moves it in. Near side goes to Donahue. Donahue at the free throw line. Back out to Wheeler to Lopez. Lopez tries the three. No, not good. Leclaire just missed the rebound. Cheyenne East brings it down the floor. Here's Jackson for three. Got it. Oh, that hurt. Jackson now with 7 points here in the third period, 50-28 on our Kfcw scoreboard. Tigers with it. Leclaire on top goes to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg underneath the basket to Lopez, knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Cheyenne's Cheyenne Riverton Lander's basketball. You awake over there, Josh?
Yep.
Okay, it's been an early morning for both of us. Tigers have the ball out of bounds. It's Gwynna. Gwynna into Lopez. Ball knocked away, and it's going to be Lander's ball. Cheyenne was arguing that they tipped it. And, of course, they did. Tipped it right out of bounds. 3:14 to go in period three. And the big guy, Jolly, comes out, replaced by another big guy down there. Coming into the game is Xander Hardy. I wonder if he noticed the sign south of town in Lander when he came in. Xander's truck stop. Okay, here we go. Gwynna. Far side outside. Passes in the corner to Lopez, who drives the lane behind him to Stauffenberg. Across to Jace Leclaire, who was open for a second. Now over to Gwynna. Gwynna in the middle of the lane. Whistle, and he got grabbed. Foul is going to go against Xander Hardy. His first. Tigers have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Gwynna into Donahue. Donahue at the line to Lopez for three. Got it. Abe Lopez gets the second three of the game for him. 50-31, 19 points. Schlabs on the far side outside. Drives toward the corner, turns around in the lane, stops, doesn't put, now he puts the shot up and he hits it. Well, Schlabs was sliding through the lane, did a 360, put it up from about 4 feet, and it went in. Here's Tisso Gwynna. Gwynna to Stauffenberg, left wing. Stauffenberg brings it around the horn now, back over to Gwynna. Gwynna on the outside. Backs up a little bit. Near side, Leclaire. Stauffenberg intercepted a pass meant for Lopez, so Lopez has got it now, launches another three that's short. Not good. Whistle and over the back. We've got a foul going to be called against Cheyenne East. And that was Hayden Pafford, who went over the back that time. Third team foul. Schlabs is coming out of the game, and Carter Ayers for Landers going in. He replaces Leclaire. So Gwynna's got it out of bounds for the Tigers underneath the Lander basket. Shot is up by Stauffenberg. No, not good. Rebound pulled down by Pafford. Fast break. Jackson, two more.
Jackson for two.
You know, that was one of the sweetest drives we've seen all day. There is a, well, they didn't call the continuation on Gwynna's basket, but a foul was going to be called on Jackson, and that is his third.
Foul on Jackson, third foul.
Well, the T-Birds Josh, continue to find that open lane, and they've scored a lot of points in the paint today.
Yeah, not only do they have the size advantage inside, but they're taking advantage of the Tigers being weak on the backside, and they're just having a bunch of backdoor cuts and everything going, pretty much everything going in for the Tigers.
Here we go, driving the baseline, putting it up and in is Kellen Donahue. And he gets his first basket here in the second half. 21-point lead with a minute to go here in the third, 54-33. And they're just waiting out in the forecourt for Lander to come up and address him. Now on the near side, Hardy underneath, turnaround, jump shot is up and off, not good by the big guy Hayden Pafford, the 6'2 senior. Excuse me, now it's Gwynna off to Lopez. Lopez looked like he wanted the three. Instead, he drives in the lane and draws the foul. Nice drive by Lopez that drew the foul. And the personal goes against Myrich. Shooting foul, Abe Lopez at the line. He has 8 points in the game tonight. Now 9. And the big guy comes back in. 6'5", Kaiser Jolly. Also coming in, 6'6", Tate Bishop. Everyone on the floor right now is taller than any of the Lander players. Next shot is up, not good. Tip up by Stauffenberg is not good. Intercepted by McClure. And now in the corner, Donahue has it. Off to Stauffenberg. On top of the key, Lopez. Lopez over to McClung. He turned around, jump shot, good. Nothing but net. Kason McClung gets that basket. And 15 seconds to go. Quickly down court. Here's Hardy. Hardy on the near side to Jolly. Underneath the basket, give and go. Shots up, not good. Stauffenberg with the rebound. Outlet kicks it out to Lopez. 1 second to go. Lopez launches the shot. It's blocked. And that's the end of the third period of play. Cheyenne East 54 and Lander 36. Tigers come up with 13 points in that quarter, but unfortunately 17 points by Cheyenne East. We'll be back with our final 8 minutes after this.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
All right, listen up, elves. I know this is a busy time of year, and we all have places to be and things to do. But please, don't text and drive. Be careful. Last week, Sheldon and Shipping crashed into a load of Legos. And yesterday, Randy and Rapping ran through a red light. Just slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down while you drive. Thank you. Now get back to work.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
Back again at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, 54-36, and I've said this before, Josh, but eerily similar to the Sheridan game where the Tigers give up one big quarter and then play the rest of the game even, and that's exactly what's happened here through 3 quarters. That 22-7 second period surge by Cheyenne East has done the damage.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you can have a close game the entire time, but there is just that 1 quarter, 8 minutes worth where you're just a little bit off and your opponent takes advantage of it, and that's the deciding factor in the game.
Lopez's shot is from 15 is out, not good. Rebounded by the T-Birds. Jackson whistle, and we have a foul underneath the basket, and it's going to be called on Carter Ayers.
First foul.
A little grab underneath the basket there. Cheyenne with the ball out of bounds, kicked out of bounds by Lopez. 36-54. T-Birds with the ball under the Lander basket. Here's the inbounds pass to Jolly. Boy, that was too easy on there. Just the inbounds pass to Jolly, and of course that 6'5" junior just took the ball, tapped it in. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Here's Tanner Bird to Stauffenberg on top. Now to McClung. McClung, a lane to the basket, but offensive player control foul on McClung as he just came in and tell you what, he leveled Coulter McAnally, and McAnally is limping. Official comes over and talks to him and gives him a pat on the back, and now McAnally coming out of the game. Jackson coming back in.
Yeah, it looks like McAnally may have taken a shot to the nether regions as he set up for the screen or the block there and was able to get the charge. I think he saw that coming from a mile away. Knew that that's what the Tigers have done before and scored against them. That time positioned himself well, drew the contact, got the charge, and that'll cause a turnover for the Tigers.
Here we go. Bishop in the lane, stripped, traveled. 7th turnover by Cheyenne East. He went up for the shot, and it was blocked, but he took an extra step or two. He's got a black legging on, actually. He's got one leg, just normal, and the other one has got a black legging on it. He must have a little sensitivity there on that right leg. Here we go, down court with it. McClung off for 3. No, too short. Rebounded, pulled down by who else? It's Nathan Marich, who's just come into the game, made a couple of good plays. Here's Jackson, he traveled. 8th turnover by Cheyenne East. 6:34 to go in the game. It's a 20-point lead. 56-36. Here's Lopez down court. McClung is open for 3. Oh, it missed everything. Air ball. Now Schlabs has it in the forecourt for the T-Birds. Rolls around the right-hand side, lays it up and not good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Cheyenne East. Jackson knocked it out, and Tigers will have it. We haven't seen any full-court pressure by Cheyenne East today. They do all their damage at half court.
They did in the first half there till about halfway through the second quarter.
Underneath, McClung has it. Now to Bird. Shot is in and out. Not good. Schlabs with the rebound. That was kind of a three-quarter defense they had. Of course, they were trying to get Lander trapped in the corners. There's a wide-open lane for Schlabs, and he scores. That's the second time we've seen the parting of the seas. And Schlabs gets an easy 2 points, 58-36. Here's Lopez for 3. Abe Lopez has 12 in the game. 58-39. Schlabs down court. Jolly in the middle to Jackson. Under the basket, fouled by Stauffenberg. Got him on the wrist. And for Stauffenberg, that is foul number 2. 5:16 to go in the game. I want to remind you, we'll be back on the air. And I know, Josh, you don't want to hear this, but it's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Another really early game for the Tigers, and we'll be playing Cheyenne Central tomorrow morning right here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Coming out of the game now is Kaiser Jolly. Also coming out is Tate Bishop. Those are the two big guys. Jolly at 6'5", and Bishop at 6'6". Jackson at the line. Got it. He's now 21 points in the game. 59-39. Again, a 20-point lead. So here we go with Tissot Gwinna back in the game for the Tigers. Tissot, underneath it goes to Stauffenberg from 4 feet. Yes, sir. Brennan Stauffenberg. And this is unusual, Josh. He's just got his first points of the game, and it comes late in the fourth quarter. Here we go now to Mirich. Ball's knocked on the floor. Picked up by Stauffenberg. 1-on-2. Lays it up and in. Stauffenberg with 2 in a row. And it's 59-43. Approaching the halfway mark of the final quarter. Schlabs in the lane. Stopped, stripped, and fouled. I should say the ball was stripped from him. 2 shots. Personal foul on Tisso Gwena is his 3rd personal foul. Schlabs misses the free throw. He'll have 1 more. Next shot coming up. And he hits this one. 1 of 2, 60-43. 17 points. Here's Tisso at the free throw line, kicks it out to Ayers, to Donahue, Stauffenberg, Tanner Bird in the lane, moves it back out now on top of the arc. Underneath the give and go, almost went, not quite. Ayers got the ball, didn't have an opportunity to shoot. But Stauffenberg now on the far side to Donahue. Donahue drives the lane, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Cheyenne East. Another turnover, just anticipating rolling the ball up into the basket, and he lost handle on it. 3:48 to go. Underneath the basket, there's a running one-hander up off, not good by Hardy. And we have a foul on
Leclaire re-enters.
No, we have a violation there, lane violation. And the Tigers will have it. Leclaire comes back into the game for the Tigers, replacing Tanner Bird. Tisso Gwena off to Leclaire on the top of the arc. On the right-hand side, Stauffenberg, 10 feet away from the basket. Stops, turns, shoots, it's off. Not good. The rebound pulled down by Cheyenne East. Nick Colgan, he's a 6'4" senior. A lot of tall timber here for the Cheyenne East T-Birds. There's Colgan. In the corner it goes. Mirich, behind his back. Off to Pafford for the basket. And the personal foul goes against the Tigers. And Leclaire picks up his 2nd personal foul. And going to the line for a 3-point play is Mirich. And coming out now. Let's see who came in. That was Silas Weaver into the game. 3-point play is good. And we're back up to a 20-point lead with 3 minutes to go. 63-43. Here's Gwena, drives the line, can't shoot, off to Donahue. His shot's up, off, not good. Rebound by Jace Leclaire, good hustle to Stauffenberg. His shot's not good. He's not had a good day from the field. Hasn't made any of his 3-point shots today, and just has 2 baskets to his credit so far. Schlabs in the forecourt, underneath the basket. Behind his back, shot goes in for Brandon Bowman. His first appearance in the game. And the personal foul goes against Wheeler. So Bowman gets 2 and a possibility for an old-fashioned 3. 65-43, 2.5 minutes to go. Wheeler wearing the headband today. Shot's good. He's got the 3-pointer. And it's 66-43. Cheyenne East in control. Here's Gwena off to Wheeler. Wheeler moves it across in the lane, stops. Has the ball almost knocked away, picked up by Gwena. Far side outside, midway between the 2 lines. Gwena off to Leclaire. Leclaire can't shoot, on top to Stauffenberg. A 360 move and a travel. Well, he was kind of leaning backwards that time, Josh, and
yeah, he was trying to drive inside. He was shut off pretty well by the Cheyenne East defender. Tried to turn around, did a 180, trying to kick it back out, and as he rotated, he couldn't keep his footing, fell backwards, and took that extra step.
2 minutes to go in the game. Cheyenne East 66, Lander 43. Tigers fell behind here in that end of that 2nd quarter, and they haven't been able to recoup since then. There's a nice basket by Camden Hayes for 2, 68-43. Here's McClung for the Tigers. Off to Wheeler in the corner. Wheeler drives it in the middle of the lane. Underneath. Nice give and go. Wheeler with the basket.
That time the Tigers were able to get past the defense of Cheyenne East, make that extra bounce pass inside on the low block. Puts it up and in for the easy two.
I should say we have two Wheelers out there, Silas and Collum, and Collum is the one who got the basket. Here we come now, down court. McClung takes a shot from on top of the key. Not in three-point range, but McClung gets it. Cheyenne East easing up a little bit on their defense, 68-47. And we've got a kid out there. I don't have his number right away, but he's the shortest kid out. Shortest kid out there. I don't know how he got on the team. And Jace Leclaire puts another one up for the Tigers, his 7th point of the game. 36 seconds to go here. Drive to the baseline by Mirich. He's blocked out there. Underneath the basket, there's a soft floater that goes up by Colgan, and he's in the scorebook. 20 seconds to go. Here comes McClung on the far side outside. Moves his way toward the corner. Drives to baseline. Pass on the near side. Over to Wheeler for 3, and he gets it. That's Silas Wheeler for 3 points. 7 seconds to go. 72-52, and Cheyenne's going to let the clock run out. There it is, our final score. Cheyenne East 72, Lander Valley 52. And I want to remind you that we'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at about 8:40. We've got a 9 o'clock start for the Tigers and Cheyenne Central. So that's tomorrow morning, the Lander Lady Tigers against the Cheyenne Central Lady Indians, and that is at 9 o'clock right here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. We'll be back with our Click It or Ticket postgame show after this.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
And we have the girls' junior varsity game coming up. Well, actually, we've got a blank here. The sophomores will play at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's not another game until 4 o'clock, so the field house will clear out. Taking a quick look at our scoring today, Kellen Donahue ended the game with 4 points, 7 points for Jace Leclaire, 5 points for Tanner Bird, and Tisso Gwynna ended the game with 10 points in double figures. Silas Wheeler had 4 points for McClung. Stauffenberg ended the game with 4 points, 12 points in the game for Abe Lopez. He's the lead scorer tonight for the Tigers. And Colum Wheeler ended the game with 2 points. For the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, 7 points in the game for McAnally. We had 15, 17, 18 points for Grant Schlabs, 3 points for Mirich. Brendan Bowman came into the game late, got 3 points. Drew Jackson, 21 points, leading scorer for the game. Camden Hayes had 2. Nick Colgan had 2. Xander Hardy had 3. 1 point for Peyton Pafford, and Kaiser Jolly had a total of 8 points in the game. You're listening to the Click It and Ticket post-game show here on KFCW, and looking at the player of the game, if you want to go solely by points alone, it would be Abe Lopez. And if you want to go by effort, I would say that we have Tanner Bird was pretty active out there. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, as far as consistency on offense, Abe Lopez would be the one. Tigers were doing their best to drive it in deep, kick it out, and have the wing players open for threes. They did that quite a lot. Unfortunately, Brendan Stauffenberg, I believe, was 0 for 6 on his three-point attempts. Him and Gwena were about the only two that were consistent from the outside. Gwena connected on a couple, and Lopez connected on a couple as well. So I would say Lopez for the shooter. Overall, I would give it to, I would agree with that and giving it to
Lopez. He had 3 trays in the game. He was 3 for 4 from the line. Nice performance tonight, or this morning, by Abe Lopez. That's going to do it for us. On behalf of Josh Henninger. Sorry about that,
You're
Josh. I was going to say Josh, our quarterback of the Josh Allen, but I knew that wasn't right.
Not quite.
We want to thank our general manager, Kevin Shields. Want to thank our sports club sponsor. Want to thank Kirk Baxter back at the studio for the board operation this afternoon. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow about 8:45 in the morning for Lander versus Cheyenne Central, the Lady Tigers followed by the Tigers. That's it for now. Bidding you a pleasant good afternoon from Lander, I'm Ernie Elver, and back to the studio.